ocean,
river,
river, yeah. Different sources of water letting us know how many heroes you play.
hero kettle.
Yeah, well, that's when you got one hero.
When you're boiling over.
Yeah. And then you've got no heroes. But Ori, nothing to say up over mid. Classic Spirit matchup. Who's got the edge here?
It's actually a 5-5 matchup. Like, both of them can outplay each other. But most of the time what happens is they both just farm, both get their levels and gold, and then whoever makes the better rotations basically sets the team off to a better game. That's why I love this matchup in the mid lane. It's really volatile, because like if you're reaching level 6 first, you gain the side lanes, get a couple of kills, suddenly like, you just dominate the whole map, and the other mid laner just never seems to be able to catch up.
Taking a look up top, Faithion, Jinkyu with the Weaver. Another guy who's got a massive hero ocean. This guy plays everything.
Yeah, yeah.
From Techies to Void Spirit to Weaver, back again. He covers a lot of ground with what he's got in his arsenal.
Yeah, and Weaver can be a little flashy as well, so it's definitely up his alley. The Monkey King against Tide matchup, of course, is going to get pretty bad for Tide Hunter as the levels go up. That's why they picked it against it.
Yeah, Tide a very Faith Beyond hero. The only
careful.
other person who feels like he picks it is got the balance strike that comes out. Monet getting first blood, but one more shot to get the trade.
Almost a double,
Also looking
maybe.
for a double, yeah. He had the swarm on him, thinking he can maybe get Siamese Cat. But,
Yeah.
you know, JT's a big Tide guy.
He loves Tide. Tide and Doom. Tide, Doom, and Mars. The big front guys. But yeah, like, scary. You're giving Shinkyu a good start. He got the kill. He got the solo experience. We all know what Shinkyu can do with money. If he gets an early vessel this game, he can cause a lot of problems if you see him going for that.
And like you said, he's flashy. He gets a little bit of gold behind him all of a sudden. Coming in, making moves, and like you don't expect that from a 4 a lot. Like, yeah, 4's a playmaker, but I don't know, that stat, gold to damage ratio, like that's a stat I want to see on him.
Yeah, like especially in this game, if he gets off to a good start, we'll see. Because Shinkyu is not really a guy that will build like defensive items, you know. He likes to kill heroes. Or gets pulled to the tower. Take a couple, nice. Disjointing all of them.
Yeah, Ori with the advantage so far, especially against something to say. That's looking quite good. I know you said it was a 50-50 matchup, but that makes it even that much better. Maybe something from Ori a little bit different this time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the old, super strong Ori, because he was super nice to watch.
Yeah, he was a playmaker for sure when we used to see him on his Storm.
Yeah, he wins lane and then he starts killing around the map. All right, just
Earth Spike action, sure.
That's what we call a little bit of a mana waste. That's okay. You have mana drain. Doesn't matter.
You ever just like to bully, go big on the mana drain and nothing else, and just take?
Yeah, especially when I play line mid. Level 3, level 2 mana drain. They're just out of mana entirely.
Good luck winning.
Yeah. Can't win if you can't CS. I stun you for every creep.
And they've got what you like, the Grimstroke Lion combo. Get those stacks up.
Yeah, but not as effective as a support though.
Yeah.
I mean, it still can be, of course, a lot of disable and damage potential there. Monkey King is actually struggling quite a bit in the lane. The Weaver, level 4, is giving him a lot of problems. Well, why did you feed Shinkyu killed?
Yeah.
Man, don't do that.
Level 4 Weaver, level 3 Monkey King.
Yeah. Level 3 Tide Hunter too. He's the real carry. Or offlaner, I guess.
Just swap it up a little bit.
They have to be careful they don't feed any kills on the top lane here. Once that Weaver gets earn charges, he becomes so much more dangerous. Just like an additional 300 damage in his arsenal.
Why? Just moving up as ogres do. Just, you know, in your face. You've got the armor. You're fine. 7 armor. Look at that. Never in trouble. Never in doubt. He's always going to survive. Although Siamese Cat taking some damage. This swarm getting him quite low. And all of a sudden, Grimstroke forced to pop a salve just to stay comfortable in this lane.
Yeah, they do have more regen in the top lane now though. So should be going quite well for Aster. Monkey King can just heal back up with the Jingu, no problem.
Get those stacks.
Yeah, and Shinkyu's actually going back to base.
Give some solo experience over to Faith Beyond.
much needed so experience. Oh, another 2-man ignite. It's actually so much damage. Like, what you want to do against Ogre is you want to stand in the creep wave, so there's a high chance it actually hits a creep. But getting double hero ignites all the time is big.
This should be a spear as well. Yeah, this might be a kill. Y in some trouble. And just early right-click damage doesn't feel that great. Nothing to say low. Ori trying to make the chase. They've got the swarm. And again, it's just the presence of this Weaver that's kind of making things difficult for Aster all over. Ori had to back off on what probably looked like a pretty easy kill for him. And now Faith Beyond, while he's left alone over top, they get a kill.
Yep, that opening Ori created mid lane actually gives Monet an easy chance to capitalize on it.
A little bit of a rebound in his lane, which he's been struggling with, just a touch. It hasn't been like awful, but yeah, that kill certainly helps.
For sure, for sure. But Tidehunter is also doing very well for himself still. Actually, Mars is struggling the most from the course, which is pretty interesting. I guess Ogre Drow is a pretty strong lane, especially with Y getting like these 2-man ignites all the time.
He's just walking forward.
And they're now thinking about unblocking the big camp so they can utilize it themselves. Once Drow's level 6, of course, you want that camp for yourself. Full level ahead. Drow on the Mars.
And Mars is a very popular offlaner, of course, and XXS, you know, has a big history of success in the offlane with a couple of teams. And, you know, when he used to play with, like, OP on IG, he was a playmaker. He was a baller in that offlane, but I'm still waiting to see that.
Yeah, I think he took more of a farmy role, or Ori. I have nothing to say. Both, oh, careful!
Yeah, he comes top, and now he's trying to make something happen. However, nothing to say right there with him. Monet will come down with the Primal Spring. They've got the Silence out onto the Void Spirit. Balance Strike, and they get the kill on nothing to say. They'll take out the Void Spirit. Xingqiu trying to get a kill here still. He's got the Phantom's Embrace, silencing him up. Stroke of Fate right over the top, and Ori's got a kill in this top lane. 2 here for Aster. Now 5-1. Aster outplaying LGD in a couple of aspects, and you know, this is something that the panel talked about. Which LGD are we going to get? You know, despite the success of LGD, they struggled in that first season. They struggled.
They did. They really just came to fruition when, like, second season, end of the second season is when they really started dominating the major, and then at some smaller tournaments.
Yeah. There was an OGA China event that was in there that they played, and there was also, you know, I think people, obviously TI is the big result, right?
Yeah.
And that usually covers up any mistakes. But, you know, you got to remember, LGD, they had to play a tiebreaker against Elephant in that first season.
Yeah. We also had a lot of teams, though, that did really great at TI, stuck together, and after it just didn't work anymore. Like it's not just a guaranteed success just because they were really good at TI.
Yeah.
Although, it kind of should be because it's still the same patch. But of course, they had some breaks. You know, when everyone figures out new stuff, so it's never just the same. But that being said, the position in this game for them is still good.
Yeah,
like, their 3 cores still have good money, good level.
Drow at the top.
Yeah.
Okay, that bottom lane's real free.
Mm-hmm.
And LGD, they look all right now. Nothing to say is going to try and go in on the
Bobuka.
And they should be able to get this kill. Aether Remnant down, and Ori comes through. He's got the Ink Swell on him. Nothing to say, though. Gets turned on. Oh, boy. Grimstroke really giving Ori the opportunity to go in and jump through to kill off Nothing to Say. And it looks like Y will fall too to this Ember. 2 for 1 on what should have been a pretty easy kill. And Drow getting low bottom. They've got the arena and the kill. They'll take out Ame with Monet coming down bottom. That's a big kill to get with somebody on top of the net worth. And now, well, out below both the Monkey King and the Ember.
Yeah, 2 instances of greed, actually, from LGD. They could have easily burst the line if they wanted to, but he was holding his spells on the Void Spirit, which cost him dearly. You end up taking the courier as well. And yeah, like, Armor just showed in front of a Mars. He's like, hey, what are you going to do to me? You know, he just arenas him, Monkey King TP's in, and well, that's what I'm going to do to you. Don't show your face anymore. And Armor's like, all right.
Man, a lot of damage from Faith Beyond there on a Bobuka.
Oh, Xingqiu again.
And
bye-bye Bobuka.
Yeah, he's the swarm on him. Shikuchi in a second. Should be another kill on the right click.
Yeah. Another rotation, though. Grimstroke and Ember Spirit are on the way top. Gotta be a little bit cautious, though. You're fighting into a potential Ravage.
This combo is dirty.
It's very dirty.
Phantom's Embrace with the Ink Swell, making sure he can't Shikuchi out. There's no chance that really, that he's, Xingqiu's gonna get out of that one. And XXS forced back all the way to base. Drow still trying to make something happen, but Ame's moved up into the top lane, at least for now.
That's really where you want to be. Like, you push on a tower, you take the triangle enemy jungle for yourself, because it's the easiest area for your team to protect at that point. And as we said, like, Drow needs to be really big, because most of the damage this game is going to come from her. Especially with Nothing to Say struggling quite a bit. He's made a couple of rotations, but kept dying every time.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, he's not really one of those mids who plays like this go-in sacrifice role. He's a guy who likes the snowball real out of control. And, you know, he's kind of getting his snowballs broken up halfway down the mountain.
Yeah, has yet to get a successful rotation. Boboka has so much damage from the Weaver. That's why the hero's so strong.
Yeah, level 6, outputting a lot of damage from a 4-position roll. The Hex is there, but again, you've got the Urn, maybe the Shikuchi and a right-click, but Monet ready to go with the Boundless Strike, and they'll still get the kill. So Boboka falls. Another kill here for the Weaver, now level 7. This feels like it's turning into a bit more of the Weaver shifting into a core role.
Look at his item build.
Kind of hanging out.
You got a Gleipnir queued up on a
why
+4.
not?
Like, usually you would want to go into Vessel and then maybe Axe, but as we said, Xingqiu is not that kind of guy.
He's going to play the greed if he gets the opportunity to.
I want to deal damage, which actually can work out because the Drow aura is actually going to give him like 60, 70 agi in that mid-late game. So he can potentially become a core, which I actually quite like because, as we said, Nothing to Say is struggling quite a bit in that department right now.
And if you can get some damage out from your Weaver, like Faith Beyond can kind of be there to be your utility guy.
Monet's on fire and Beetle's up too. Earn.
Balance Strike comes out. They're going to bring the Mars over. XXS with the Arena and the Spear,
Nice.
locking down the Weaver.
He's burning,
no
he's
chance
burning
to
though.
time lapse. The Ignite burn, not going to be enough. He gets back into the base. So Monet living life on the edge.
Yeah, something he doesn't like to do. Like, he is one of the safest players in all of China. See another big smoke up. They got Finger, they got Soul. What's it called again? Soulbind. Why did I say Soulsbind? Oh no,
Catching
Ame.
Ame coming up the stairs, and
You're gone.
that's going to be a Finger and one more right click there for Ori, getting the kill into Ame. So that's the second time he's died and dominating for this Ember. They do finally have the blink on Faith Beyond. So yeah, the blink Ravage is there. That's an opportunity maybe you can go for, but we'll see if they can really follow it up. It's Drow that still needs a little bit of time to get involved.
For sure.
They're
That's a
jumping
big
in.
one.
Ravage on a 3. They're going to go after Ori. There's the slight. They get the kill to Boboka, and a Remnant back and forth, but
He
they
jumped
got
into
the
Remnant.
stun, and they'll get the kill on Ori, taking out 2. Quick move from LGD. The second you start to doubt them, well, they're going to make you eat your words, and well, they'll get 2 kills, 2 big kills there for them. Ori on top of that net worth, and they want to make sure they can get something out of that Blink Ravage, and they do immediately.
Yeah, I think Ori would have been fine actually, but he jumped back to the tower into a Remnant.
Stun, Ignite, XXS.
Another kill!
There's
Just like
nothing
that.
to say, coming online a little bit.
Yeah. Probably not expecting that much damage, but it was very important for Nothing to Say to finally get some kills on the board. His network was recovered now.
Yeah, participating a little bit and getting something going. Ori back into the mid lane, and Xingqiu just here. Gonna clean up some vision if he can, and maybe output some damage onto the Grimstroke.
Be careful though.
The Sentry Ward now down, and the Phantom's Embrace will silence him up. The Inkswell will stun him, and
Okay.
well, that's when Greed bites you.
Greed meet death. Nice to meet you.
Can't buy your way out of that.
Another 3-man
Another-
smoke up.
yeah.
They want to go on Ame again. Monet is already in position potentially to catch him with a stun. But why in a perfect position? But he's moving away.
But maybe he's here to break
Oh,
the smoke. Monet catches vision, and their eyes
Goodbye,
might just be
Ahmed.
set onto the Ogre.
Oh,
Ooh,
the
they
wrong
missed
way!
him, but they've got the Remnant. They should be able to still get this kill. The silence, the stun, yeah, they've got it. Boboka with the kill onto the Drow, but here comes Nothing to Say as well. Xingqiu once more. They've got the Aether Remnant out onto Ori. That'll give them the opportunity to get the kill here onto the Grimstroke. Double stun out onto Ori, Slight, and a Remnant away from the fight. The 2-man stun comes out from Boboka, who will TP away. They don't have the damage to get the kill there, and now they're going to look over the Ember. They caught the step and the kill. They had the damage real quick on Ori. Ori, a couple of ganks, not completely gone wrong there. They still got the kill on Ame, but you know, you're starting to snowball, and it's getting staggered a little bit.
Yeah, and that is all with the Ravage being on cooldown. Like, the big timing is whenever Ravage is off cooldown, which is going to be in a couple of seconds here. But I'm sure they kill the Drow, but they lose one of their biggest cores. in
Right.
Ori, and he's really the guy that's going to be dealing the damage in those upcoming team fights.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Blink Dagger now for XXS.
It's an important
Same
one.
situation as Faith Beyond, really. Blink, Arena, Spear. Hopefully you can lock somebody down. And they're hoping maybe that guy could be Ame.
But we have yet to see anything from Ame. Actually, he's 0-3-0, very quiet, pretty unusual for him, because he's like if we talk about stable carries, at least at the end of the season in China was always Ame, right? He's like the best carry in China by far, struggling to find his place in this game. Well, as I say that though, his net worth is still top 3.
He's always a guy who likes to fight early.
Yeah,
Like that Spectre build that he would go for, Ags, always looking to fight, even without the Ags. I mean, he's always looking to make his presence felt on the map somewhere. Man, this Weaver level 10 is kind of wild. They're going to
Silence?
bring over Ame. They've got the silence onto Ori. Do they have the damage?
Whoa.
Right-clicks in, and they surely do. Q there with a kill onto Ori. That is, what, 3 deaths now in a small sequence of time?
yeah, and this is a rough one too, because his entire team was bottom. Gives it a lot of map control now. Back over to LGD.
Yeah, Ori, unfortunately for him, time's turning elastic and pulling him back to about midway on the net worth chart.
Yeah, he got baited so hard by CNQ. like as soon as a Weir fights back like that, it's like a red flag, you know? It's like, oh my god, why is he fighting with 200 HP?
He's definitely got something.
Yeah, and then, of course, a gust out of nowhere.
Dire's top
I keep saying that now because of
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh man.
1K lead here for LGD, and it looks like Aster's setting up to make another move here. They want to potentially show off that blink. I don't know if they've showed it yet on the map, but you can see that XXS is really waiting for his
Wow, no.
Using that time lapse to get away, and not only that, I mean, he juked them hard. XXS goes north looking for the Inkswell stun.
It's kind of the wave too.
Wow.
Yeah, that's such a bully move.
Yeah, it's a heads-up play.
Yeah, look, the entire ass of him was like, we move our middle. We can't, it's too late. Like, you should have seen the minimap move when every arrow turned towards the middle lane. Like, But yeah, I was gonna say, Ravage versus Arena, what's better? Well, now you have Ravage versus no Arena and an instant smoke up.
Going Ags Untied. I love Ags Untied.
It's so broken.
I'm a big Gush fan.
Dire's
Nice reactions though, so...
Quick blinks going for the TP out. XXS over in the river, and
They could potentially threaten Roshan here, to be honest. They do have the Ravage. They can't fight into the Ravage without the Arena, but choosing to play a little bit more conservatively.
yeah, Arena's not that long of a cooldown though. Bit of a risk to go for it. Boundless Strike while you're spending your time going for a Sentry. Primal Spring on the
No
low.
Arena.
They've got the Inkswell. That'll stun up, nothing to say. Soulbind here on a 2, thinking about going to the Ravage, but they've got the silence with the Phantom's Embrace. There's the Ravage. They should be able to get the kill onto Monet. Dominating for Shinkyu, and he is just all over the place, making his presence felt and grasping his hands around Aster.
And look at that net worth. He's at Mars' net worth almost. That Glade Me idea that I found ridiculous, well, he's
Making things work.
he has an ATOS already.
Yeah. They're going to look to get the kill here on a Y. Faith Beyond going to the backlines looking for Siamese Cat. Anchor Smash really feeling the pain there. Is this Grimstroke? And they still can't kill the Ogre. 2 heads, well, now not going to be better than 1 as Bobica gets the kill there on a Y. They'll find the spear as well as the finger and take away the streak from that Weaver, and a lot of gold for Bobica.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful. Like, you're fighting without Ravage, but nothing to say, just coming back in, sniping Bobica.
Astral Step, maybe thinking about an Aether Remnant, but Inkswell, Silence, Phantom's Embrace, the multi-shot keeping them away from the tie, but he doesn't have Ravage. He is tanky. There's no way to get in once the Wukongs is used, though. So doesn't want to jump in. They've got the balance strike that lands onto the Drow. Ame now in trouble. Remnant forward, Yule's up into the air. Can he fight back? No. Ori with a lot of damage onto Ame to get the kill onto the Drow, and LGD do one thing right, and then they stay too long, and it all falls apart.
Way overextended.
Wow.
Like, you don't have that Ravage, it's the same scenario, right?
Yeah.
You have no Ravage into Arena, you can't do it, especially if your Drow isn't there. He finds the DD, he's like, oh, maybe I should join that fight, which turns out to be a brutal miscalculation.
And it cost them dearly.
Cost them everything.
That is everything they got, and well, now that's all thrown away into the trash.
They had like a 3K gold lead, now that's all gone. And it's gone. Now I'm gonna work your way back up there.
And we're gonna invest this into your futures, and it's gone. So now LGD kind of got to recover.
Well, at least nothing to say is top of the net worth.
Yeah, especially after the struggle he had.
Yeah.
But you see Ame, he's starting to hit the bricks, and getting weighed down.
Yeah, that like that's the hardest part about playing carry, right? Like when should I join the fights and when should I like stay out of it? And sure, you find a DD, it's very attractive. Oh, they're setting up for Q.
Blink, dust, blink again.
He's pretty tanky though.
Double blinks and making sure they've got the lockdown. Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly set up by XXS. God's Rebuke into the spear, making sure they've got the connective lockdown on him, and maybe not feeling as effective anymore. He's got the Rod of Atos. Would you have rather the Maelstrom first?
No, Atos is definitely the build, especially if you're support.
Yeah, but is he a support?
he is. But yeah, actually, if he had strength stats there, and Ember is not there, he would not have died. So good rotation from Ori, and
Ori and Monet now sit top of the net worth.
yeah, it's getting a little bit scary. Like once that Ember gets up to his BKB, and Monkey as well, they both just jump the Drow Ranger. It's not that easy to play anymore for him. He's going straight into a Shadow Blade. I liked it a lot.
I don't want to jinx how long this game's going to take, but you know, Aster and LGD, they did have that long, 88-minute game when we were covering them.
That wasn't Season 1, right?
Yeah, Season 1, Divine Rapiers on the Monkey King.
What was it? Monkey King against Rave King?
I think it was something like that, and Aster ended up winning that game.
Yeah, and a nail biter.
Void Spirit almost has this axe, so 100 more gold and make that 25, and now make that none.
Yeah, axe is always good, of course, but heavily mitigated by those BKBs that are going to come out eventually.
Middle tower is under attack.
The thing that's been really killing them is just the Phantom's Embrace. They haven't really been able to deal with that just yet.
I mean, it's an amazing spell against all the spirits, especially once you get it to level 3. And smoke up with that axe pickup.
Yeah, Axe is still on the courier, so it'll get to him before they end up getting into this fight, you'd hope. But now they're going to smoke up, 5-man smoke, ward onto the high ground, and the scan hits. So scan hits Ame. Aster have the idea of where this is going to and what's going to be coming from them. They don't see anybody else on the map, and they're going to start to creep their way over with a couple of heroes smoked. Looking for that Inkswell move once again. Blink, Ravage, BKB. That Ravage is only going to hit the Grimstroke, so Faith Beyond he forces the BKB, but how well does that feel? Sinkyu, he's in trouble. They'll get the finger, they'll get the kill, they'll take the Weaver.
Arena?
They're going to look on the other side. They've got themselves the Arena down, the Soulbind in, and Y as well as Faith Beyond are in so much trouble. Aster come through, they counter the smoke with a smoke of their own, and right away they take 3 for the price of 0. That's a great deal.
And they have to be very careful that they don't stick around because the Lion does have a Blink Dagger. No matter how good your reactions are, if you get instant hex, there's nothing you can do. And that Ravage was very ambitious. I didn't like it at all, to be honest. First of all, he didn't blink straight next to him. If he did, maybe it will connect because it took him a little while to activate the BKB. But if you do it from that range, any pro of this level will react.
Yeah.
Like, it's just too slow.
It almost felt forced.
Yeah, it felt like
very forced.
It's like, oh, they got unsmoked. Oh, we still smoked. Oh, maybe we can make this play happen. Well, already
thought they had the vision, thought they had it right, and now they're going to smoke again and
Monkey
go
King
for
has
this.
to be careful.
Monet would be a big kill to get, maybe one that brings them
Just
into
got his BKB though.
BKB, right click still feel pretty strong here from the side of LGD, and they get the kill to Monet, now dominating for nothing to say.
Might threaten Roche.
Yeah, that is certainly a move where 45 seconds without a Monkey King. No Ravage makes it a little bit dangerous, but they've got the damage for sure.
That's the power of Drow Ranger. Every time you have this matchup with these agi carries, you just deal that pure damage through BKB, even with that marksmanship. Are they willing to fight this? It might be too late already, but they're going out of the pit.
Yeah, Ogre going to do Ogre things and just stand in the way of anything that's going to come through. Yes, he does die, but the Aegis is now into the hands of Drow. That's the perfect job from Ogre.
Perfect play there, yeah. Couldn't have done anything else. It would have been better. And yeah, now that Drow does have the Aegis, and once Drow gets up to like a Skadi, maybe one more damage item, it's going to be really troublesome to actually... Sure, you can jump him, but you can't kill him. And then once your BKB is over and Tidehunter is an issue, then Drow Ranger is super free.
Silver Edge Skadi could be a problem, and well, now you've got a lot of time to work with because you've picked up that Aegis. You know, some might call Ogre dumb, but that's a wise move from a two-headed Ogre to just walk in and open up now what seems to be the game for him, just by dying.
Yeah.
It's the important role of a support that not many people appreciate.
Especially a Bloodlust support. Your Bloodlust to carry and then I'm going in. Like, nice.
Luckily, there's no Bane in this game, but then you get Fiend's Grip and you just go, where's my team?
Dude, there's no talk about Bane, man. That hero is so busted, man. It is so busted. But yeah, double BKB timing is now online, and they are fighting into an Aegis, of course, but if you kill the Drow once, and there's a ring on top of you, Drow's gonna die again. So Aster is probably still feeling very, very comfortable in this game right now.
Monkey King also going to a Silver Edge, has the Echo Saber, and, you know, he's kind of close to it. Not too crazy, but
Ish.
he's getting there. Ish, yeah. I guess ish is the right way to put it.
Against Tidehunter, perfect item, of course.
Yeah, looking to kill off the Tide any quicker, but it does feel like Tide's role has kind of... Well, now he's got the Axe, so it's not as much that, but they'll have that Gush with the Axe upgrade. They'll blink through. They've got the arena with the BKB. They're going to look and focus their attention on Ame.
He's
got
dead
the
again,
Aegis,
maybe.
But the damage was so quick. Are they going to be able to get into this one? They've got Faith Beyond. He does have a Ravage from the high ground. Boundless Strike, Soulbind onto two. Finger hits them both. Bobica gets the kill on Ame. Now they're going to look over at nothing to say. They land the spear on the lone tree that's over there onto the side, and they get both kills. They bought back on Y, and there's nothing he can do to get back in.
And a pause to tilt them.
Yeah.
On top of that. But that's exactly what we spoke about. If they're on top of the Drow, it doesn't matter whether she has an Aegis or not, she's going to die again.
The damage was so fast, there was no way he was going to survive even with a second life.
Like, he needs, if he is in that position, he needs a BKB, which he didn't have. Like, I actually thought maybe he's just holding it or something, but no. Gets blown up twice. Couldn't even use the Ravage because he died under the BKBs.
Yeah, he wanted to. You could see the positioning. He was trying to get on the cliff over by that camp and maybe throw a Ravage from the high ground, but that is just like, it's not enough.
Yeah, and it's approaching this territory. Like, sure, Drow deals a lot of damage, but it's the most positional carry in the game. Like, if you're out of position, you deal 0 damage.
Yeah.
Your damage history just goes down by 90%. And they have so many tools now to jump on top of him. The Mars, the Ember, the Monkey King, the Lion.
Down by 90%, you got to get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah,
Got to be outputting all your damage.
this is the problem now with this Weaver build. It looked really cute, you know?
At first, it looked good, right?
You could have had an Axe at this point. You could have. Easily.
And you could save him, potentially.
Right.
And because your positioning wouldn't be the same, right?
Yeah.
Because you're sitting back more to save your carry. So you're not getting caught out in front of your team. You're getting, you know, sitting back more, having that Ags, time-lapsing Ame, and maybe keeping him alive.
Yeah, so this is where the greedy item build can turn into a little bit of a problem, because that's what happens when your support is doing like a carry build, right?
Boundless Strike, and Monet thinking about it. Doesn't have any help, though, so holding down the Void is difficult.
A little bit. Maybe you had a Basher and a Bishop Blade and a Rapier to kill him.
3, if we're going into copying the last time these teams met in that, not the last time, but, you know, in that Season 1 last year.
Yeah. But by no means is LGD out of this. Like, Drow Ranger is a hero that can explode you if you're not careful. Like, you get a good Ravage on the Monkey King, he will just die in 1 second. Especially with his item. Like, he went Silver Edge first item.
Yeah.
Not the biggest fan. I think Shadow Blade into another item would have been better. Because there's not really a whole lot to break in this game. Bulwark is the big one, of course, but is that better than having an earlier BKB? Because if you now get Arena or Stunned...
You're dead.
Or anything, yeah. Like, even just Ember. He gets like a random shackle on you.
Hexed. Blink Hex.
You're gone.
They just have the opportunity to instantly lock it down and throw it down. Ooh, blink forward, and that is a catch on a Y. I don't think LGD want to take that fight anymore, and he bought back in that last engagement that was in the jungle, so he is dead for 70. And this is setting up for Aster to start to really take over the map, and LGD in a bit of a struggle area, struggle city, if you will. And,
Yeah, struggle city.
You know, they got to try and navigate themselves out, maybe get a little ways going.
But Aster doesn't want him to get out. So they
No.
smoke up straight away.
They've been playing really aggressive continuously. Like, they'll get a kill, they'll go for more. You know, even if something messes up, they've gone for it again multiple times with these smokes.
Yeah. I mean, Army really needs his BKB to be able to fight. Which, luckily, he died super fast after they took Roshan, so it's going to be down for a while.
Yeah, you're not really in this position.
Oh,
where
they're
you
looking at
feel
top lane.
Forced to fight. Gush hits into the Aether Remnant. Now they've got the Gleipnir time-lapse. Boundless Strike from Monet, so Q is going to have a little... Ooh, XSS. Man, if you let him on that one, that would have been really impressive. They'll go for the TP. They've got the Dust, and, well, now they've got the kill. Earth spikes in from Bobica, and Ori now unstoppable. He is having quite the game, and this is the Ori we wanted to see for so long, and it feels like this is the Ori of the past that people have wanted for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he died a couple of times, but if you're an Ember, you are going to die if you play that aggressively, so...
10-3 and 9, though. That is good
Yeah,
luck.
he's doing super well. But yeah, they're just making space now for the Drow Ranger to finish a BKB. Without it, they just cannot fight, like absolutely just cannot fight.
Yeah. Only a tier 1 going down, not the worst thing in the world. You know, you do have kind of a better wave clear and a bit of a farming mechanic here with this Gush Ags.
Yeah. Same thing, like they do have the Silver Edge on the Monkey King, but he will never be in a position on a Tidehunter where that would actually make a big difference, I feel like. Could have been like half of a Skadi or so. Simply because Tide's job now...
Ooh, nothing to say. Caught, finger, spear, all
He's
landing.
gone.
They've got the Arena and the Remnant forward. XXS with the kill. Bobica, right place, right time, and another one onto Y.
Yeah.
This has been great movements from Aster, now up 5,000. And that's the thing. They're up almost... They are up double the kills, and they're only up 5K. Like, as much as LGD are dying, and they're making some uncharacteristic misplays, they're still in it. It never felt like they've been out of this game at all.
Yeah.
And I know that maybe that's a little bit of LGD favoritism, but you know, you got to give it up for them a little bit. But the most important thing is this is an Aster team, at least at this moment in time, that looks really good.
Yeah, really good with the new lineup as well.
Yeah.
Whoever had doubts, you know, why they didn't win yet, that's still a long way to go. Like, because cracking the high ground against Axe Tide and Drow Ranger is really difficult.
Tough. And they're going to have Refresher on that Tide.
Yeah.
And he's going to farm it pretty quickly, again, with that Axe. So, like, that's not a slow build-up.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're also going to go into Refresher on the Mars eventually. Like, Refresher is just such a strong item right now. It's definitely going to nerf. Build it while you can. And now the counter, well, not really counter smoke, but the smoke to just try and find anything because it's been all Aster for a while. Yeah.
Capitalizing on LGD's misplays.
That BKB though is going to be big.
Boundless Strike coming through, looking for the Weaver. They've got the Dust. There's
Nice.
the Blink as well as the Ravage. That lands on a 2-0. They've got the BKB on Ame. Trying to get these right clicks out, but they get the kill here on a Jinkyu. They'll use that Wukong's command. Out of the circle they'll go. Now they've got the Arena down. The BKB, just runs out as he tries to leave the Arena. Now they're going to bring in Ori. They get the go to Ame. A Gush is not going to matter. Now they'll bring through Y, but Y's there just to, well, really be a spectator in these deaths. As Faith Beyond goes down, Y dies. Triple kill for XXS. It was a good Ravage to start, but Aster, great counterplay, great movement, great positioning, and they win it clean.
Yeah, it feels a little weird to see LGD play like this, to be honest, because the fight went exactly how they wanted to. It just, they didn't nearly have enough damage or lockdown.
No.
So Aster's like, all right, I guess we'll just take it.
And nothing to say wasn't there, right?
No, he wasn't.
So
And he's like one of the most important heroes.
yeah, he's the lockdown. He's the Ags, the silences, the pieces you need.
If he's there on top of that Ravage, the monkey's gone.
Yeah, because they would get the Aether Remnant to follow it up,
Yeah.
and then you've got the Astral Step damage.
Yeah, it's, as we said, pretty uncharacteristic. But of course, everyone just came back from a big break, so no one is going to be at full power at this point.
That's the problem, though, in this DPC. You get one chance to beat everybody, and every game you drop is another big problem.
Yeah, I mean, especially now that it's so compressed, right? Like, every game just matters so much more because you don't have, like, another week to just warm up.
Or breathe, or, you know,
Yeah.
the tilt can stay.
It can. But also you have 3 seasons this time, so
Yeah.
potentially a little bit,
As long as you're not getting relegated, you're still in the mix.
yeah.
AC next for Mars. No Refresher, at least not yet. He's got Shard. He's going to pick that up. That's, you know,
Double spear. Yeah, I mean, I like the AC also because, as we spoke about, the Drow ult ignores all base armor, but all the plus armor is going to be very valuable. So, it makes sense. The only reason why I like Refresher a bit better is, like, it protects better against Drow because it just nullifies the projectile.
Yeah, especially if you can position it like they just did, where end of the BKB, all of a sudden you've got the Arena that stops him from leaving.
Yeah.
Venn diagram him in. Arena down. They're going to try and make a play out of this one, and it will be a kill on a Y. That is a lot of finger stacks that are starting to, honestly, become a problem.
Yeah, the burst damage is getting high.
6.
Burst damage is getting high. And just look how squishy Drow is. Like, he has so much net worth, but only 1800 health. He even went for the mom build.
Yeah, and he's always in the front of these fights.
Yeah. It's hard not to be, though, because Aster just shifts so quickly that the backline just becomes the front line instantly.
Yeah, they're really guiding where the arena of this fight is. And
So
look at their
Edge.
spike. They have the Hex. They'll land the Spear. The Soulbind onto 2. The BKB's being popped by Aster. The Wukong's command is out. They've got the time lapse, but not the health and not the time to turn this one around. Monet with a double kill, taking out Faith Beyond and Shinkyu real quick, and they still have 3 minutes on this. Aegis up 14,000 net worth. This is Aster really running away with it. And LGD, man, this is not what they were looking forward to. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're getting outplayed at every turn right now. Just too much of a pace being set by Aster.
Scotty picked up from Monet.
Yeah, like he's just a little chubbub. Big chubby boy now. He's massive.
He's adjusted his belt and can fit it all in. He's ready to go.
But now triple ignite on him, he's gonna burn for a while. Oh, never mind. Inkswell so balanced. With a shard. I can't believe it's just as strong, this spell, actually. And it heals you for so much too.
Tower has fallen.
You know, there's just a couple of things whenever I see them right now, I'm like, yeah, I feel like they should have been addressed like 2 months ago. You know?
Yeah, you know. Patches are a thing of the past.
Yeah. Who needs patches?
Although this definitely is a showcase for Grimstroke right now.
It is. Even early game, like he made so many plays.
Yeah.
Just with the Phantom. And that's from a plus 5.
And not a
No
hero
less.
that gets picked up that much.
Surprisingly.
Feels like he gets ignored a lot. Yeah, I think this hero's got a great toolkit that makes him honestly pretty dangerous.
I mean, yeah. He literally killed Void Spirit like, what, 4 or 5 times at this point?
Venom's Embrace always strong, and Soulbind with the heroes that can take advantage of it.
Now they're just stuck on the high ground. It feels real bad. Like we said, they can defend the high ground, but it doesn't matter if you can't leave it.
If you can't gain gold, you're not going to make up this net worth difference.
Yeah, and even if you leave the base now, it's going to be so high. So now he's going to the refresher on Mars. I mean, they're just also rich. Like, what did you even do? LGD? You got to get a really good Ravage. Otherwise, there's nothing you can do.
And like we were kind of hyping up Shinkyu with this Weaver. He's got a good net worth, but you know it's not really become effective net worth for him.
It looked great, but like in the last like what 3 or 4 fights, it's just been a big bait for him because he's always in a position where he actually wants to right click, which generally isn't really where Weaver wants to be as a support. You're very squishy. You don't have survivability items, which is why people go for this axe. You know, they go axe, Etherlens, blink, just to
Ooh, spell print.
really protect. Now he's gonna get it. Probably nothing to say. Still holding on to that Fairy's Trinket, actually.
You were just not getting neutrals to help you out. Moving forward, Boundless Strike again. Ame on the front lines of this one with the BKBs being popped. They've got the Silver Edge, so they have the break onto Ori, doing a lot of damage onto the Ember, but they'll start to fall back. Time lapse over. Shinkyu looking maybe for some vision, but instead he'll Shikuchi and turn away. Gush is thrown out. No hit, but you know, nothing more. Going back to that Weaver point, like I think so many of these fights could have been won by having that time lapse.
Yeah, potentially. But there's like this game right now needs a change of plans for LGD
He's
because
going BKB.
Drow can't be in the front line all the time. Even just now, like he's the one starting the fight. There's no way. Like you gotta be the one dealing the damage because you saw, sure Ember dropped low, but as soon as he was next to Drow, there was no damage.
Yeah.
Like a 200 crit instead of like a 700.
And the thing too is like that BKB's not getting any longer; it's just getting shorter. So
Yeah.
that time of opportunity is becoming smaller and smaller.
For sure. And then now there's an Aeon disc already on the line, so you're not gonna be killing him.
Yeah, Boba could have in a game. They all are. Aster looked great.
Yeah.
Not to,
Have they played any
jinx it.
leagues or anything before? There was nothing, right?
I think all they played was Huya. There wasn't like a DPO or
They
an
didn't even
HCO.
do that well there, right? But now suddenly they're popping off.
Gush is coming through, hits on
The
XXS.
range is so insane.
Yeah, it is very far.
And it also gives vision everywhere.
6 stacks on that finger. Not going to land that Gleipnir, but they've got time lapse. You can just leave, 40-second cooldown. Not that bad.
Refresher also on Ember Spit. Now he has 10 remnants potentially, which is a lot of damage.
And shard. Gosh.
It's just like, now you're at this point where how do you kill anything if you're LGD? Like you literally need a Ravage followed up by a Remnant to kill someone.
Followed up by another Ravage.
Or an Ogre stun, maybe.
Yeah. Ooh, not going to have an Ogre stun, though, if he's dead.
What Ogre?
Finger, Boundless, and, well, another kill there, this time for Siamese Cat, and another stack for Bobica. Really playing well on this line.
Yeah, now 25 on a Monkey too, so I got a big ring. I think you're getting in some deep waters, but they're trying to sniff out nothing to say here. Oh, the Glimmer!
Ah! Has a couple of rings, but he's not going to go that way. The Aeon just gets popped. Maybe LGD putting themselves in a bit of a precarious position. They're going to look for the TP, but they've got the silence. They have the damage to get the kill on a Bobica. They'll take out the Lion. BKB's been popped by XXS. I'm going to say he's used his as well. Coming over from the side is the Weaver. Boundless Strike doesn't land, or he's still looking for him, but the Shikuchi gets him out of vision. At least for now, he'll Shikuchi again towards mid, away from Aster's grasp. And all of a sudden, I mean, they cut 3K from that fight. It was 15K just a moment ago. And that's their first kill in, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, Lion had a pretty beefy streak, right?
Something like that, but look at that turn. All of
Yeah.
a sudden, like, show me the gold.
Yeah, and finally they're moving out, getting some kills.
Monet losing his courier. This is what I do admire, though, from Shinkyu. He's cutting the creep wave, making it a little bit more difficult to push out, but he does get caught a little bit, and when he does get caught, that's the opportunity for Aster to go. They were looking for the Inks, well, they're still looking for it. It's not going to line up right, but they've got this Slight and the Searing Chains to kill off White. I mean, he is an Ogre, he does have armor, but it's getting cut in half, and, well, they're really just cutting him up.
Yeah,
He doesn't
Ogre at this
survive at
point, yeah, he's not tanky anymore. No way. He has like no items whatsoever. Well, the Weaver finishes his BKB, so he's going like, he doubles downing on his carry route.
Yeah, pseudo carry. Like, even with the BKB, do you really feel like you're...
I mean, he said pseudo, but he's like...
It's pseudo carry.
No, the BKB is like full carry build right
Pseudo
now.
coring, sorry.
I think you forgot that he's actually a support.
Yeah.
Wait, what do I do?
Sometimes supports get into that mindset. You get a couple of kills early, and you're like, you know what? I'm carrying. Cool.
Yeah, I think he definitely got baited by that. But we'll see. Maybe it works out, you know? Like, he can hit hard if draw range is not bothered.
Another courier kill.
He
This
lost
time
to
with the
Shivas.
Shivas.
No, yeah.
I mean, it happens. You get some kills. All of a sudden, you say, you know what? I'm building Midas on each apparition. And then you lose the game, and then your teammates are reporting you and pinging you, and then you stop playing Dota for a
Who's
week.
gonna ping Arm in this game though? 063?
I wouldn't.
Dude, I like if I did it in any pub, I would get reported instantly.
I already report you already.
Thank you. I report myself.
Could you imagine if you could? I had a bad game. I'm going to report myself.
I really
And you
hate
get
what I just
banned
did
for
here.
like a day. You're like, yeah, I deserved it.
Like your vote is the one that actually gets you banned.
Ori with the BKB going after Ame. Again, Ame in the front lines, Remnant back and forth. They've got the gush coming through, but it's still with BKB.
Gotta be careful,
and the
Ame!
refresher. He's going to have another BKB. The BKB is going to be popped by Ame. Now they'll look over, and nothing to say, who pops his own BKB. Astral Step running away. That's the refresher and the double BKB coming out from Ori, and they don't get anything out of it. So Aster trying to take advantage of their lead at the moment, and really kills that probably should have happened.
Yeah, but now the big problem is how do you... Yeah, against that Monkey King ring.
But you know he doesn't have BKB right now. The arena's down. The refresher's down.
Yeah.
Can you
But
look
LGD,
for a pickoff and then go for Roche?
like whoever gets one pickoff is definitely going to go for Roche. Like, it doesn't matter who.
For sure.
Both teams do it. Well, Radiant does it really fast. Dia is not as fast, but still quick enough.
Don't need to be that fast when you got a big lead.
That is very true.
Bobica. Hex.
All right, drain 100 mana and get out of
It's
there.
got the refresher now too, so they've got double Ravage. Fighting in a Roche is certainly viable, but certainly scary.
They need to take out that Monkey King though with a double Ravage. And if they do, he has buyback.
And if they don't, they've probably lost the fight already.
Yeah. Like, you cannot afford to waste any spell at this point at all. Like, the best case scenario is they kill the monkey with one Ravage, they still have one for his buyback.
Yeah, if you can get that pick off, and this might be the jump into the
might be it.
Ravage. They're on the edge. They are smoked up. One smoke used by Bobica, and, well, now they're going to go. They'll make the jump. They've got the double Ravage. It hits onto 3 at the end of the day. They get the Kona XXS, who does have buyback, but that's both Ravages down. The break comes through. They've got the Boundless Strike as well as the finger out onto this Faith Beyond Tide. Meanwhile, the arena as well as the spear
Double
lands
spear.
on both Y and nothing to say. Boba does fall. He doesn't have buyback. They've bought back on the Grimstroke too. So, well, 2 buybacks used on Aster. And, oh gosh, the damage out and the kill there onto the Weaver. 4 heroes down to the side of LGD. They might be forced to buy back. They could buy back on 3. They don't have the Tidehunter, so...
Won't do anything.
I don't know if they really can go for this. Ame certainly can't go for it alone, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They cut into the net worth, but it's not going to matter if you give away an Aegis Cheese and an Axe Blessing.
Yeah, the Axe Blessing is gonna be a
Do you think they
big,
should have bought
big
back
problem.
this?
No, they can't. No Ravage means you can't fight.
You're giving up so much, though. You're giving up technically 6,000 in gold, even though it's really 42. Whatever, the Blessing part, I don't really count.
Yeah, but the
You're giving up
problem
an
is
and an Aegis.
they didn't even use Monkey King ult. They still had it for the pit. Like,
True.
Draw Ranger just never feels comfortable fighting right now, which is really a big problem of the hero. As we said, like, if you fall behind early, it's very hard for you to catch back up. And if you are that uncomfortable territory and they have so many jumpers, like, what do you do?
Man, they're really going to just give up this high ground, not buy back. Or at least they're going to try and hold their buyback as much as they can. Maybe Aster can force it out by going for tier 4s and baiting some buybacks here. They might buy back once the tide's up if they want to fight, but they still don't have Ravage. It's not an easy fight.
Throwing out the Ignite Sword. It's a quad wall to damage!
The damage!
Yeah, Draw
They took
Ranger,
the Monkey
baby.
King. Quad Ignite. Now the BKB still gets the top tier 3. That was, wow. Okay.
That's Draw Ranger.
I mean, that's the fear, right?
He did a Silver Edge crit with a Marksman shot together, which is practically just like a pure 1200 damage or so.
Yeah.
Very balanced. But yeah, Drow is not out of the game. It's just, he's never part of any fight because he's so afraid that any of the 4 heroes is going to jump him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when they had the double Ravage, he literally did 0 hits in a team fight. He did nothing. And then as soon as he bought back, he ran away with Silver Edge. 0 damage dealt that fight. Like, I understand it's a very difficult position to be in as a drawer, but if you don't hit, you don't deal damage. If you don't deal damage,
I mean, this is certainly a telling graph where Weaver's your biggest damage outputter.
yeah, it's a big problem. It's a big problem. And most of that damage from just now is actually, or like from that graph is from just now, like from the Rex defense.
Man, Refresher Monkey King.
Yeah,
No joke that this
it is
item
so
just gets
strong.
picked up everywhere.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, Refresher is just ridiculous, but Refresher Monkey King in particular is very strong. You have this double ring. You can literally just ring, jump on top of them. If they run out, you just put another ring on top of the ring. You can never leave. You can't leave. Now you have an Aeon Disc also on the Mars and on the Lion, so who do you burst? Answer is no one.
Lion feeling very comfortable, enjoying his ninja gear.
Yeah. Penta Edge Sword on the Mars, actually. What does the Monkey King have then?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Or the Witchblade. Yeah, oh, okay. The spell. I like it.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I don't like LGD's chances, though.
Now down 25,000. They were cutting into it, but then, you know, they weren't.
Yeah, then the bank said, okay, we're collecting our interest now. Interest fee.
Yeah, and Aster collected on their interest, and, you know, that comes with an Axe Blessing and some racks and some gold from towers.
Dire's
Yeah,
top
and a
tower is
cheese.
under attack.
Cheese and an Aegis. I mean, that graph just...
Looks pretty... Surprisingly enough, they still have they still give LGD a 26% chance.
That is pretty high when you consider where this game looks like it's at.
You have
But
seen the draw
the
damage, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're in the right position, defending the high ground, but LGD, 5-man smoke, they're looking to fight outside the base.
They saw the Ember, They're looking for him. But now they're all together, they're probably, oh my god, is Igon so scared to go up?
They know they can go up the left side.
It's
but
so obvious the smoke, though, because all the lanes are pushing in, you're not showing anywhere. Aster's 100% prepared for
they're
this.
not even anywhere close.
Yeah, like they're so ready for
Look
this.
at where they are.
Wow.
Well, 985 crit rate.
And it's without Silver Edge.
5-man smoke now from Aster. They read the map, they read the move, and now they're going to try and counter it. And the question is, you know, you just had LGD TP back from top, so they have to walk their way back after going back to top.
Dude, like, I just want to see Drow hit the monkey like 4 times and he just dies instantly.
Is under attack.
Potentially.
Oh my god.
Ooh, they found Y.
Why did they find Y?
Because the chicken crossed the road, and they're going to get the kill there. They're on the look for the Ravage, but they've got the Aeon. Just the right-click damage coming through on XSS with the BKB. Ame in some trouble, leashed up next to the Soulbind. Wukong's Ame getting low, and, well, there's the double Abyssal. There's the double kill, and there goes LGD in this fight. They bought back on Y. They don't get Weaver out, and, well, now Weaver's dead for 90. They drop the gem. They drop a lot of gold and a lot of percentages in winning this game.
Yeah, like, it was just the worst case scenario. Like, your BKB Drow was soulbound, and then he can't run away out of the arena, out of the ring.
And again in the forefront of that fight.
Yeah, like, he's always in melee range of someone when the fight starts. It's a big, big problem.
And the Blink Daggers have really made that presence felt from XXS, from Bobica. They blink right in. Blink, Ravage coming through once again. The damage coming into the Monkey King. Here comes Ori, though. There's the Gleipnir. They've got the Earth Spike. They'll get the kill to Ami. They'll take him out quickly. They will go for nothing to say. He just bought back. They get the kill there onto the Monkey King, but Monet has buyback. Nothing to say is dead. 4 heroes gone without buyback, and there's the GG. Aster. They are going to look clean in this game, number 1, and they will take it over LGD. Wow. A great way to start the series, a great way to start the season. They're 1 game closer to taking a series off LGD.
Yeah, it's very impressive performance for sure.
Oh.
Like, LGD tried the best, stayed in it for as long as they could.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Vengeful spirit. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
One coming.
Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Medusa.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Juggernaut.
Choose your hero. Prepare for battle.
Oh, that's nice.
Thirty seconds to battle. The battle begins.
First blood.
That was but the first taste of revenge.
Mine!
the temple.
Denied.
What a burn! An honor for you. Face it, you're a loser. Oh, sorry to disappoint you. My thanks.
Cursed antidote. You never sipped life. Now drink deep of death.
Never know the mysteries.
Mars the Impaler!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Blessings.
Denied!
Thanks.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Stupendous!
The sky despise the look of you.
Haste! Rocks.
My role.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Money changes hands.
Dire are scanning.
The pain!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Denied!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like it's just you and me.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Touché! Over here now!
Beneath the mask.
Blown away!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I failed you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Whoa, what'd I miss? Zip zap!
Dire's top tower is under attack. No. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant structures are
Nothing
fortified.
touches the heart like
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Over here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Over here now.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
My pride.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Blessings.
Looking for me? Where's the party? Told you a storm was coming.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Blow the man down.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Looking at me. And, well, you know, now we'll get in the
Didn't
game.
accomplish that though.
No, now I keep talking. We talk about the game instead of, you know, our predictions.
Yeah,
We could high five like that.
easily. Did it right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that.
I don't know if the mics picked that up, but that was our high five.
It was way better than theirs.
Now it's on cooldown.
Yeah, for... No, it's only a cooldown if you don't high five.
Yeah, well. Ours goes on cooldown. You hurt my hand.
Sorry. Why? A little bit of trouble.
Ooh, Earth Spike late into the aggression. First blood there for Ori. Good stroke of fate on like 4 heroes, but no follow-up damage to really make anything of it.
It was
Ori
a
with first blood.
stroke of fate and the Tidebringer on like 4 heroes. So a lot of AoE damage, but 1 tango each is gonna patch them up, no problem. But yeah, Wise a little bit just like he just walks forward. It's like I'm a Bane, I'm pretty tanky.
Definitely not Ogre again this game.
Definitely not. Oh, I mean, sort of the same-ish. Flying Ghost with way too much base stats.
If he had a second head, I would totally give this to you, but you know, they're not really the same cosmetically.
The head might be in a different dimension because it's a ghost. It's a very beautiful river.
Yeah. Can you swim in this high of water?
No, it's not that. Dude, the creeps are so small and their feet aren't even covered by, like...
I don't know, maybe.
I don't think you can swim there, no.
Oh, I just make your swimming abilities, not if.
Unless you're Slaughter, I guess. Is he swimming when he does a tail dance? No, he's sliding, right?
I don't know. I guess it would be swimming at that point.
Well, I don't know.
How do you feel about this matchup? Quap, Kunkka. Not a matchup we see a lot, but certainly an interesting one. We don't see a lot of Kunkka, but, well,
We also see Monet die, which
Yeah.
is super unexpected in this lane. Like,
Well, I mean, what does Siamese Cat really have to offer except for Enchant?
yeah, but how do you die level 1 to a fake of stroke of fate and void that does nothing on daylight? Like, must have stepped out of position and be like, oh, a little bit too greedy. Probably like a range creep deny. He didn't want to get out anything. But yeah, mid lane should be relatively even. Kunkka can have a little bit of problems, like at higher levels, but you just go jungle, you get your levels and gold anyway. That's why the mid lane is considered pretty meh nowadays, you know, by a lot of mid players, including myself.
I say we just go Dota Reborn,
Okay.
1 courier per team again.
Yeah, but you have to upgrade
Yeah,
manually.
make mid harder.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I would love that.
I remember you weren't a huge fan of water runes.
I'm a lane dominance player. I hate all this stuff. There should be no
Free-ish.
camps, no free water runes, no free courier. Lose or win. You know,
No, I
like-
like free courier. Free courier just because as a support, it always stunk spending all your starting gold on just nothing that really benefited you.
Never do support.
Yeah, but like,
Do your job.
I still want a magic stick.
No. Dude, did you play Dota when you literally just had like 1 slot for a sentry ward, 1 slot for an ops ward, 1 slot for a TP?
Yeah, it was hell.
It was great.
Hell for supports.
I like 2-hit every support because I had no items.
Yeah, that was the problem. It's no better. I still get 2 hit.
Yeah,
That's okay.
because neutral items and stuff make the enemy stronger too.
Yeah. And Bobica back on the line. He had a fantastic game number 1.
It's gonna be hard to replicate that. Ooh.
Stop the TP.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope his bottle is coming though because he's real low.
Well, he's hoping, you know, just fill it up on the bounty rune and get back into lane, make something happen. But, you know, how much can you do?
Wait, one more!
One more right click and Siamese Cat will be there.
For nothing.
Keep
Died
going
for
down.
nothing, he said. Kind of true, actually.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah. But I actually like this TA pick into the Night Stalker. Oh, a little bit of action in the top lane.
Ame hit with the God's Rebuke. And
Oh.
good Nightmare.
Is Master's name Mare? Could I say good night? Mare.
Good Nightmare. Yeah. I see your jokes. He's a horse. He's a mare.
But yeah, like I like these really big right-click damage dealers against Night Stalker, because he wants to jump into the backline, but then you can just prevent it by being there and like 3 or 4 shotting him, which is also why I like PA so much against him. Very similar concept. And Mars is doing fairly well. This should actually be a pretty difficult lane, but he doesn't care. Faith Beyond.
Oh, looking for the Ink Swell, but it was a little bit of hesitation, and that might cost Faith Beyond his life. Gets into the trees, gets away from this Enchantress for now. Working with that Tango regen, they've got the Ice Armor. And not a lot of mana left here on Siamese Cat anyway. Faith Beyond. Dangerous game he's playing.
And he's struggling down here a lot. Like only 11 CS, no region left. If you shut down Night Stalker early, he has no way back into the game.
Oh gosh,
nice.
God's Rebuke. The God's will be felt, and well, it's going to be Y who gets hit by it.
Yeah, already 1k gold ahead. Like the lanes are not going well at all for LGD. They're losing all 3. And we all know what happens when you lose all 3 lanes.
Your percentage of winning the game goes down very exponentially.
Yeah, it's... Whew.
Struggle.
Wow, Kunkka is losing super hard. 1k net worth behind. Damn. That's not what I expected at all. He's already full jungle. At level 4. Oof. Like, you never want to do that until you're like level 7, maybe 5 if it's really bad, but...
And this is nothing to say who hardly loses his lane, let alone twice in the same series.
Ori is back.
Bit early, but I will give it to you.
Thank you. He's level 6 and...
Oh my god.
Yeah. 1.5 levels ahead.
Yeah, he is. Ooh, man. He could rotate
Hey, be
real
careful,
soon.
Hex! Oh, no mana!
Nightmare.
Bye-bye, Boboka.
Lucent Beam. And a kill there for Y. Now they're going to go after XXS.
Who's going after who?
Oh, yeah, well, Y's got to run. God's Rebuke once again. Not a lot of mana here for XXS, though, to follow that up anyway. And Y will just fall back a little bit. Opens up the lane for Ame, who is starting to get back into things.
Yeah, Helm of Iron Will is too strong.
And this is, man, look at Siamese Cat. Stealing what should be Kunkka's.
Yeah, I mean, he's an Ench, he can do it. Because Kunkka's not even level 60, there's no threat of a ghost ship. No burst damage,
Nothing.
to say.
At 1k lead. Ori, level 7.
It's a little bit ugly, isn't it?
What, the mid lane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a DD on Kunkka though, and now he's level 6, so maybe we're gonna get a good like ghost ship rotation.
He's got to do something, and I think Siamese Cat's done a great job of warding up and pressuring this Kunkka on his own.
Oh, that could be a good one here.
And Nightmare, ooh,
Oh no!
not going to last long enough, and now Y, well, he's probably going to die here. Ori certainly has the damage, especially with the help from Boboka. There's an Earth Spike, and the right clicks from Ori will get the kill eventually. They had it set up for a second. It felt so good and then felt so wrong. And they won't be able to get the kill out on to this Queen of Pain. Monet taking some damage, but the
fighting
refraction
who?
now turning it around, and the right clicks in, the Meld Strike out onto the Night Stalker. And all of a sudden, both the Grimstroke and the Night Stalker have a sliver of health.
I think
and,
you.
yeah, Siamese Cat's just going to come around here and eventually knock this Grimstroke out.
Okay, I'll take that, I guess. Man, things are going terribly wrong for LGD in this entire series. Not just in the game 1, but on
overall
game 2 as well. Yeah, it's just no move is really working. Like what happened in the mid lane on the Nightmare? He just torrented too late, or must have been.
Must have been something, because it did not line up the way they wanted it to go.
It's a good X mark, but
They've got the X, but there's the Hex, and now Inkswell, it'll pop, but not in time. Ori pops a Haste Rune and just walks away.
yeah, another rotation, not successful. Mars, meantime, just pressuring top lane, almost up to his armlet. And then TA is free farming bot. Yeah. Night Stalker that is not having a good time in the first nighttime is... What is he?
Ineffective.
Sure, but what's another name? Night Stalker? Night Kitten?
I don't think that's a cat.
Really?
Definitely not. More of a bat, if anything.
Oh.
Y gets the Nightmare, but Ori now looking after this Bane. Meld Strike comes through. Sonic
Guy
Wave
on
on
three.
the 3. Y, he's dead first. Ghost Ship out onto an Enchantress, but I mean, really, I don't think Aster care for that.
Gotta take what you can get at this point.
Yeah. LGD grabbing any shrivel of hope off that kill.
Yeah, it's still only 2k lead, but they had to evacuate the safe lane already.
X has just been hitting this tower.
The entire time.
XXS cam, always this.
I like the sound. Very fierce, right?
Yeah, well,
Dire's top
I
tower
guess. I don't know if that's the sound a trident would make off of a stone tower. But it does sound very fearsome.
Thank you for always agreeing with me.
I'll never disagree.
I always look for someone like that in my life.
You've come to the right place. I'm a yes man.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's me. Thank you. Invis picked up for nothing to say. He'll bottle that up. We'll see if they work with that Invis to move around the map and make something happen. It would go well with Y having level 6, but he's level 4, and
Who took the tome?
you'd really love to have Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, did Grimstroke take the tome, or because they're both not level 6?
No, they're not. There's the tome. They just purchased it.
Yeah, on the Bane. Okay, he's gonna have
Just
his
needed
grip
the
up.
gold.
Yeah, if you don't have money for tome at minute 10, it's usually not a good sign.
No. Bane just hitting the 4-digit mark on net worth. It is
Yes.
not going well for Y and back under.
Well, now Grip is online. They're definitely gonna find a smoke rotation somehow. Maybe with the Invis on Kunka. But who's finding who here? They have Finger.
Yeah, they will have the damage or spike in, and Luna now hexed up. They've got the control. Oriana Mega kill streak.
Yeah, he didn't get the Finger stack at least. He fingered a little bit early. But
Looking for that burst damage, making sure they can get that kill.
yeah, there's only a small victory for LGD though. Losing a Luna like that never feels good.
Doesn't really feel like
He
we
just killed
felt
it.
much from
Grimstroke.
Ame.
Gone.
A spear landing, Inkswell will eventually pop onto the Mars. Stroke of Fate, maybe he survives.
Not gone.
Starts to walk it away, and they do have level 6 on Y, but do you really want a Fiend's Grip without anything to follow that up? No. So he'll just walk away, and they won't go for potentially a counterplay. 4,000 net
They call the
worth
crop,
lead
though.
for Aster. X Torrent, this time it lands.
No!
Ori, though. Oh!
Missed combo again.
The combo not looking good. Nothing to say, struggling.
Yeah.
Uncharacteristic to what we've seen him do for what feels like the past year, 2 years. Dominate the lane, make everything look so clean.
Right, especially the past, like, what, 7 months or so, right?
Yeah.
That's where he really came into form.
And all of a sudden, you know, at least right now, not putting the combos together.
4K behind at this point is, yeah, it's trouble for sure. You also use Nighttime for that, so Night Stalker gonna be ineffective for the next 2 minutes. And the next Nighttime Crop is gonna have a BKB already. He rushed BKB first item.
At least they get the tower bottom. That's something that they can go for, but looks like they're going to lose the mid-tier 1, so that opens up the jungle.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Well, I didn't expect Aster to be like this, you know.
This is kind of like how it felt last year. Aster dominated the DPC season.
Yeah.
Ambitious, Bobica.
All right.
Very ambitious.
Maybe if you have the level 25 talent with the range.
Maybe 40 minutes from now, but not now. That's for sure.
That's a good one.
Oh, man. Ame, some efficient farm.
Yeah. Learn from this. Always pull the camps together. More efficient bounces.
Did you get excited about efficient farming?
Yeah. I mean, I always get very disappointed when they don't do it.
Yeah.
When they're just being lazy, you know. Because I hate myself for it when I'm lazy. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do it. God. Why didn't I do it? Now I have to hate myself for the next 10 minutes.
As a support person, I just, you know.
Don't you hate it when you stack for your carry and he doesn't farm it efficiently?
Yeah, but when you see it like this, I'm just like, oh, all that hard work. Stacked all those camps. Let me go. And then he farms it efficiently and he gets it, bam, gold like that. Bobica gonna move forward with Ori here, looking for Faith Beyond. They've got the Earth Spike and the Finger. Almost feels like Bobica's got it down to a science where the Finger and the Earth Spike connect at the same time.
Yeah, so the damages are combined, right? Yeah, I mean, just a killer duo, the two of them. Maybe they can find... Oh, they got him grip!
Fiend's Grip and the Eclipse down onto Monet. That's a kill they need.
Oh, they lose armor,
Great
though.
Blink Arena Nightmare Ame, TP attempt, and there's the Ghost Ship Sonic Wave, and they don't get the kill onto Ame. However, Bane's a second
Neutral
prize
creep.
that, well, gets killed to the neutral, so they don't even get the silver medal.
The golem, they're like,
Participation award for them.
That was a mad mud golem.
Yeah.
Don't touch my family. Bam! Right in the neck.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Axe and Earth Spirit give a little bit of that boxing one, too.
That was a haymaker for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
There's going to be a
Obicus.
blink soon.
Yeah. And we've seen it. The double blink. And then you've got Ori who can blink as well.
Yes.
Like, you just so much mobility that's going to find them to be in an advantageous position in almost every fight if played perfect. Or not perfectly, if played right. Like, it doesn't even need to be perfect. When you've got that much blink, the instant hex, the blink arena, blink sonic wave.
Or at least this time you don't have a draw ranger that's really dependent on positioning. Oh, thank you.
Take you away, the ink swell.
BKB first on Quap is a very rare sight. But this game makes a lot of sense. Against the Grimstroke, against the Silence, against the X-Mark. There's so many spells that are annoying to you.
Yeah. And then going into the Shard, which I love on Queen of Pain,
This
personally.
is so good.
Go right up onto that Bane, blink on top of him. Boom. All right. Fiend's Grip canceled.
It's
Blink
pretty-
Arena,
Oh.
good blink from Faith Beyond, though. First item blink, so, you know, yeah, he's got the blink. He can work with that nighttime, get the silence out, but not really outputting a lot of damage.
And not tanking.
No. And he's look at the jump off in net worth from Mars to the Night Stalker. It
Yeah.
is a lot.
Like,
He
TA is
really
gonna
taking a
3-hit him.
backseat.
With that Deso.
Yeah.
You jump into the backline, bong bong bong, and you're gone. There have to be a lot of follow-up. Yes,
I just
sir.
no, I'm just thinking about Monet and TA. If we could just switch the in-game sounds.
Radiant's
Bung,
middle
bung, bung.
tower is under attack.
Bong, bong, bong. Like, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's good. I still think they should hire me as a sound effect
Yeah,
guy.
we're starting to get new creeps. We're starting to get new towers. I want new right-click effect noises.
Or anything, really. You can hire me. You heard my Goku scream.
Yeah.
Intense,
Radiant structures.
smoldering intensity. I can do it all.
That's very true.
Radiant's middle
Thank
tower
you.
is under attack.
AC for nothing to say next. BKB picked up here for Ame. Not a lot of kills in 17 minutes. Game is teetering on the edge of going heavily into the favor of Aster, that's for sure. And LGD just trying to hang on at the moment. I know they're down only 3,000, but it does feel like Aster have good control of the map and a good control of their positioning in the game where, come one good fight, they could really blow away.
Yeah, but they got a good window now with that double BKB. Luna is very, very big, and they definitely got to make sure to play around her. Maybe take a big team fight, kill a guy or two, straight into the Roche pit, and get the Luna snowball going. But Aster have different plans. Again, the killer duo. They can't burst the Kunkka though from full to zero. No way. Whoa, that was fast.
That was a really quick BKB, and, well, you may have come for me, Bobica, but no, now you got nothing to say because you've been killed by nothing to say.
I do have to say though, that is on Ori. Like, you gotta let the lion go in first. Like, don't even give the opponent a chance, right?
Instant hex.
Yeah.
Take him out.
No need to do that. Ori a little bit overexcited,
Tower is under
or maybe he's like Boboka.
Radiant structures.
I know what he did last summer. I'm going in.
Good first movie, bad sequels.
As it is so often with movies, isn't it?
Yeah, what was it? I still know what you did last summer.
Courier has been killed.
Did you watch the new Matrix? So I hold that thought.
Nightmare onto Ori. That's going to be transferred over onto the Enchantress.
Double
They've got
grip.
the arena with the double Fiend's Grip with a Soul Vine. And now they look to get the kill, but the finger comes out onto the Bane. They get the kill on XSS. They'll end up trading Y. Hex out on a Faith Beyond. He gets over the cliff and through the woods. Venom's Embrace comes back from Siamese Cat over onto the Grimstroke, of course.
The double grip looked way more exciting than it actually turned out to be.
Yeah, it was like there.
It was there
and
for
then it
4
didn't
seconds
matter.
though.
And it still didn't feel like that.
Yeah, crazy. Like, where was all the damage? There's no damage. Did you watch the new Matrix movie?
I have not seen it yet.
Okay. My lips are sealed.
Although I'm nervous because we were talking bad sequels, and all of a sudden you're like, "Have you seen the new Matrix?"
Well,
Now,
I'm not
now
gonna,
down to a 2K lead, though.
I'm not gonna spoil you what happens, but it's not that good.
1K lead. Aster, their lead declining as Ame continues to
He's farming fast.
farm up.
Farming very fast. And Monet is surprisingly farming very slowly, to be honest. As a TA, like, you want to be way higher than that. Probably around Ame's net worth, to be honest. Struggling just a little bit.
Radiant are scanning.
7-0-0 for Ori. The James Bond going for him. Well, backwards James Bond going for him right now.
Yeah, it's definitely the James Bond.
His name is Ori. Ori. Doesn't really work when you've got one name.
It does not.
It's not Bond, James Bond, that's for sure. But maybe after this game, good performance, he'll take a martini, shaken not stirred. That was my bad impression of any accent. But here we go.
It was pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. So, Monet, Ori, sitting here together. Double damage ready to go for Monet, and he's about to have this BKB, so certainly a jumping off point for Aster where they can make something happen. But LGD, they feel the advantage, and they go to a 5-man smoke. It looks like Aster is setting up for the same.
That he has the BKB now because he disassembled the Dragonlance, so that DD BKB is like their big timing.
Ooh.
So dangerous.
Monet, though, instant BKB. But they start to retreat far enough away. They've got the Hex. Here's the Eclipse with the BKB being popped by Ame. They go after Bobica. They get the kill to the line. Now they're getting the Sonic Wave. It's a big one, but is it enough to get the kill to Sami's Cat as well as Monet, though? Buyback on the Enchantress. They look over at XXS. Well, he's being corralled right now. He'll throw down the arena. They've got the Silence and the Spear out on Ori, or out on Nothing to Say. And Nothing to Say trying to turn this. Enchantress, Nightmare to XXS. Pretty tanky at the moment, but the Turin comes out for Nothing to Say. They get the kill to XXS. They look over at Nothing to Say to finish him off. Ori now, well, kills the Kunkka and probably stops the chase of LGD to continue to potentially get that clean of aim. Impetus damage, not too much.
Good
There's the
night.
Nightmare, but now blink forward from Ori. Not a lot of mana to work with, though. I thought maybe you'd go for it.
Nah, no chance without that mana. But yeah, the team fight, they lost an even amount of resources, I would say. It's a very, very even fight. Like, I thought the Luna was going to die way faster with a DD on the TA. He actually survived surprisingly long.
Well placed as well.
Yeah, and then his BKB just wore off too early because he had to use it at a small camp, had to run all the way to the Ancients for like 4 or 5 seconds. He got blown up instantly after that. Like, he lived for like half a second and all gone.
He was dead.
But now, no ults. So that's potentially free Roche unless LGD is like, maybe you want to contest it. Doesn't look like it though.
They're going to know they're coming over anyway with that ward on the high ground, so
Yeah.
they feel pretty safe.
So it's a free Roche for Monet, who is probably just going to build into more damage now. That's what they really lacked last fight. Like, they have a lot of good stuff, like a lot of stuns, a lot of sustained damage, but a little bit more burst would be nice.
And Aegis into a 5-man smoke immediately.
Yeah. Without Monet though, probably.
Blink Silence, he's got the X on him already, so he's fine.
Yep.
Going towards bot, they're going to find Bane if they catch up to him, and they do have that blink. Now the Arena and the Spear. Elusive Beam comes out, and Burst My Finger, again, connecting at the same moment, getting that kill onto Y.
There's something satisfying about just like stacking up the damage, right? And it just disappears.
I want to say that Immortal feels pretty satisfying.
Yeah, the sound also.
And just the zigzag, like that hit, it hits different. Sammy's Cat in a lot of trouble.
He was hit different too.
Yeah, hit quick. Killed quick. They know where the Kunkka is.
Nothing to say.
Bobica right on him. Nothing to say. Silence up. It's a full team TP. Sonic Wave, BKB, nothing to say. Oh, the last hit from Monet. They've got the Soulbind though with a double Fiend Scrape. Do they have the damage to turn this around? They rip through the first life onto the TA. They get the kill to Ori. They'll end his 9 times kill spree, and they'll go after Monet, who's got the BKB and turning it around on Ame. But Fate Beyond coming over. BKB, it's long enough. And they'll TP out this TA. But man, LGD, despite the fact that they lost Nothing to Say in the beginning of that engagement, double Fiend's Grip feeling a lot more impactful this time around.
I mean, we spoke about how bad it feels to be gripped, like your carry is BKB gripped, and, well, times 2 that, and...
Where is my team?
Well, suddenly it's only 3 from your team that can actually do anything.
And they're all getting pinged.
Yeah.
That's a good fight without the Kunkka.
But they're going again.
Bobica again. Hex, Earth Spike, Spear, and a God's Rebuke. It's the 4 ingredients needed for a kill onto the Bane.
I like that they're still playing aggressively.
Yeah, they haven't stopped, despite the fact that they've, they really haven't pulled away. And we did say that the game was teetering on the edge, and LGD have kind of recovered on that. But Aster have not changed the playstyle.
Yeah.
Just going.
Which is good, because the late game is going to be very tough against Nightstalker, Kunkka, and Luna. And as we said, like double grip potentially.
Potentially, it feels like it's almost a given right now.
Yeah, it's a very deadly combo. Especially against like 2 backline cutters like TA and Quap. It's like you want to go in together, but you really don't.
Yeah, if you catch the Quap blinking in, you're not really scared of the silence anymore with the shard.
Yeah.
The only one, I guess then you can have XXS or Bobica focus on getting the Bane, but even then that's pulling more heroes into a fight.
Into a bad position potentially too. But Quap should be somewhat safe once you get like, the Lincolns in the 25
There's the blink in.
Oh, you gotta... Not popping
Doesn't have it
BKB!
this time. He's got the Ghost Ship, but still has the blink out.
Okay.
That's the time he got the combo, though. Scotty finished here on the Luna. I'm high up on that net worth.
Not popping BKB there is so scary. If he gets gripped, he's gone.
Or the fear of popping the BKB and then getting gripped.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
That's always what it feels like, right? Like, as soon as you start shining,
Radiant are scanning.
I think that was a pretty good Banal sound. Like a vacuum cleaner.
Are scanning.
Yeah, that was just the Hoover. Old blink, Faith Beyond in onto the Mars. The arena immediately down. They'll avoid the spear onto Ame, but it goes right through onto nothing to say. He didn't pop his BKB in time. They have the damage to get the kill on a Siamese Cat. They'll look over, and now the Soulbot's going to leash up onto Ori for a split second. They've got the Sonic Wave onto 3 of these heroes, and now they'll look with the finger as well as the Earth Spike. Ame in a little bit too far. They'll take out the Luna. They've got the Fiend's Grip on Monet, and they don't really care on the side of Aster. Eventually, they'll blink right on top of Y. Ori with the double kill, and it's a 2-for-1. Not what LGD were really expecting. That fight kind of got sloppy for them, and nothing to say, gets hit by the spear, eventually pops the BKB, and then there really wasn't much else.
Yeah. Like, it would have been the best if neither of them or both of them together popped the BKB, but the way it turned out is that one of them is stunned, the other committed the BKB, and then post BKB, and Luna just gets blown up by the Lion and the TA together. Like, even the Sonic Wave again on 3 or even 4 heroes.
Ori's positioning on those ults has been pretty on point.
Yeah. And nothing to say going for that new carry Kunkka style kind of build.
Ooh, let's take a
But
look
it's
at this
Satanic.
again.
Oh, it's a replay. Nice, yeah.
Faith Beyond committed, then didn't commit, then went back, and you can see he's kind of unsure where to go.
It looks really weird too, because they're focusing on Mars with a bulwark. They're dealing 0 damage to him.
Yeah. And then there's the Sonic Wave. That lands on a 3.
And goodbye, Luna.
Or Spike Finger at the same time, always. And then, yeah, Why's got the Fiend's Grip? They don't really care, though.
It lasts so long too. What an ability. It looks so funny. Hands up.
Titan Sliver. Drop there for Monet.
Who's getting it?
Is he just going to hold both? Elven Tunic and...
Hold all of them.
No, why not? Make the game really difficult for supports. Just let people hold as many neutrals as they want to get.
Tower is under attack.
Right, Ench is solo pushing down the top tower. Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower
Hey, well, there's a Centaur creep there.
Yeah, that is true. That is considered the hero, actually. Stronger than the Ench.
Mindbreaker. Good one to have.
It is, especially as a Quap. But you already had an inbuilt silence. So. Now my question is, how does Ame actually feel? Because after the last fight, where he just got blown up 100-0 in a second, he can't feel too comfortable, right? They're
Comes
smoking
down
up
to his
again.
positioning again.
is under attack.
It's a 5-man
Ward's on the
smoke.
high ground. XXS, he's ready for this one with the help of Bobica. They'll get the
Oh, they
spear.
can't lose him. They
And
can't
the
lose him.
Hex. They've got the stun, and there's the double Fiend's Grip once again. And let's see what Ame can do with this. The damage is starting to come out. They get the kill to Bobica as well as XXS. They'll take out Simon's Cannon. Ori, there's the
Ultra
ultra kill for Ame.
kill, easy.
Ooh, a full team wipe. LGD. Aster thought they had the high ground, and well, they were mistaken. They will get burned by that lava, and LGD will take that fight clean.
A double grip is ridiculous. Like they're both just standing there for a whole 6 seconds. Under the BKB, like, ooh.
The Hoover gets turned on, and they are cats. They literally die.
They cannot do a single thing. The positioning also from Y, he was so far away from anybody. And even if he was close, they used all stuns on the Luna already.
When you break the bases of Luna, it goes fast.
Yeah, and mid tower's gone as well. Well, soon.
Let's watch it again. It was a little quick.
Look at the double Fiend script. That's really the most.
Soulbind,
Yeah,
connected,
right
Fiend's
there.
Grip. Your BKB is nothing.
Both of them just locked into place forever.
And then the Eclipse rains down the moon.
And that's 2x is gone.
Yep.
And a massive lead now for LGD.
All of a sudden.
Aster thought they had
7-2.
it. LGD took it away and said, no. You can't have it.
The Moon of Mene had other plans. And Eclipse damage, doing a lot. Double Fiend's Grip. Y, Bane.
At
we
this
shocked.
point, you can't really call it a spoiler anymore because it's old. Was there like an Eclipse in the anime? Did you watch the anime?
I did watch the first season.
Was there an
Second
Eclipse?
season is coming soon, though.
Yeah, but was there an Eclipse though?
I don't remember. I have to rewatch.
Why did you even watch it before?
I watched it like a year ago, dude. I am not good with the brain stuff.
Oh yeah, I know.
The only thing that sticks in my head is all the knowledge of the Chinese region. Anything else, like I literally
20
I got
nuggets.
did not have all 20.
Yet. Exactly. I know you all too well, my friend.
But look, gonna die here.
There was a
nothing
one
to
hit.
say.
There was a one hit.
Ugh.
Out of the silver edge, cling, and you're gone.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Man,
attack.
cut right through that line.
I don't know what to do now, actually, as Aster. Like, these fights are just impossible. The Bane double grip combo. Who popped the BKB here?
Oh. Going. Nightmare. And the
Caught
Arena
the Bane.
down. They caught the Bane. That's exactly what they wanted, but he
Grip.
feeds Grips anyway. He actually doesn't care. They've got the control onto the Mars. The Soulbind's out. He lands onto the Enchantress as well as the TA. They're going to the back lines looking for Bobica. The damage coming in onto Simon's Cat as well as Monet is enough to finish them both off. Bobica drops 2, 3 heroes dead. Eventually the Bane does die, but he takes the Mars out of the equation and they get 3 kills on LGD and back onto the high ground they go. They'll call GG. LGD will even the series up at 1.
One fight is all it takes in game of Dota. Your lineup scales better into the late game. You win one decisive fight. 2 sides are down. What do you do? Like, honestly, this fight was just impossible. They had no chance anymore after they lost those 2 Rexes.
a great conductor.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Bound anger.
I should have died with my family.
Execution style! Escape! I return! You were brain dead already.
Worthy tribute. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's plenty all around to harness.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Your shock has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Behind a beautiful corpse.
Radiant are scanning.
Gratitude. Thanks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I suppose murder's not an honest living.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
What a bounty!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
The fierce gust.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Haste!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No! There was nowhere to go.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks, Dire's middle barracks. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Scanning.
Just what I've been waiting for.
Dire are scanning.
A likely outcome in war.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Vanished, but not gone.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Hell.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
A
Dire's
soldier's
middle tower
fortune.
is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Against me stands bravely. You could merely regeneration.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'll take that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Never reaches.
All love dies.
Start plotting. We have revenge.
It lasts longer.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen into the ring now.
Invisibility.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just for the neck.
I mean, Thompson and TI also had some interesting Tinker plays. He kept blinking to 5 heroes.
How did I get here? All right. Tinker is fun to watch. I think Tinker is fun to watch. I don't think it's boring.
I agree, especially good Tinker.
And now you don't have to hear March of the Machines all
Yeah,
the
the
time.
new Tinker is so much more fun than the old
Yeah.
one. Yeah. And this game is a pretty damn good Tinker game. So, Monkey King is generally very good against Tinker, right? But really, mostly when it's played as support, because you would go for Yules that can actually like stop his defense matrix TP. And you also go for the Vision talent, which is something you don't necessarily want to go for when you're
The battle begins.
playing as a carry, because the other one is better suited for you, right? So he might have to like go and then just skill the other talent in order to find the Tinker in the tree somehow. But yeah, like if they don't address this Tinker, he gets a good lane, which against Lina can be a bit tricky. Then like it's just gonna be nothing to say. Sure, we know who's Tinker. We know he's probably the best Tinker in the region.
Yeah, well, now that OP's out, this would be a great time for him to find a team again. Tinker back into the meta.
OP.
Bring back Burning. Get OP on that team again.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Exactly. Why not?
Just do it. Get me back too
Yeah. Well,
in the same team.
yeah, I was wondering, like,
Yeah, I'll play offlane.
no, Burning will coach.
Oh, sure,
that?
sure,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like, he picks Antimate, he's like telling everybody what to do, and he looks at me, you already know.
Is this an Animage game? Yes.
He just asked me, Animate? Thumbs up. Good. That's what I thought.
It all works out.
Do you like 5 Tide?
I think it's alright.
I like
Gosh,
it.
harassment, I think it's fine.
Yeah,
But it's very mana intensive, of course.
it is. And Dawnbreaker 5 as well. It's Yeah, definitely interesting +5 picks. Dawnbreaker much more conventional than
Tide.
Tidehunter, of course, yeah.
Boundless Strike, Avalanche on a 2, pulling that hammer back.
Oh. Top lane is very, very scary to play against. Like Dawnbreaker, whoa, I almost got the toss back. Would have been potentially a little bit scary. Still have creeps though.
Oh, gosh.
Level 2 rocket. It's a lot of damage.
Obviously a long cooldown without the rearm, but it is not fun to just stand there and eat some rockets.
Well, next one could be coming. Yep.
How do you feel about this cosmetic? The new
Hold that thought.
axes. Shinkyu will go down to Monet for first blood.
The Doom axes instead of the blade, you mean?
It's
no,
it's
I'm-
an axe guitar, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. And now he dies for
XXS.
it. Die for it!
Yeah, kind of in trouble here.
Ow.
Right quick crit. And, well, oh man, won't be able to get the kill there. And he does salve up, so he'll stay in the lane for a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see if they keep the harassment up. They've only got enough for 1 gush, 1 anchor smash.
Only 7 CS on the Monkey King though. But if he gets another kill here, that could potentially be...
Boundless Strike, Fairy
Wow,
Fire,
the
with
range.
right click, and yeah, Monkey King
How is that
melee
fair?
range.
How is that fair?
You never really know how long it is.
Melee range with the Jingu Bang.
Gosh, he almost takes out the courier.
From the range also. Why is it classified as melee?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, why does he get all the melee benefits, but like here, like TA doesn't? His range is way lower.
He's like a magician. Who's, you know, they take out the wand,
Oh,
and
he's
the
a
wand just
hero.
keeps going.
Isn't he a hero in like some novel? I'm pretty sure it's a Chinese novel.
Why getting run down?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But
Died
at what
of Bobica.
cost? No cost, really.
Just mana costs.
He's very low on Ori. I'm gonna be careful here. Next rune spawn in 5 seconds. If Tinker wants to, he doesn't want to.
Well, he's got the top one secured, and it'll be
A
just
water rune.
runes. Yeah, it'll be secured for him, and the bottom one goes the way of Ori anyway. So it's not like it was anything too, you know, if he doesn't get it, doesn't ruin the lane or anything like that.
Yeah.
You're giving me this look. I can't even look in your direction anymore.
Why? I'm just smiling. You say I need to be happier. I'm happy now.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, what is Y doing there?
Tidehunter rotations.
He's about to, he's about to gush him. Whoa. Very ambitious stun.
Some
Ow!
rockets, some lasers.
That was what Ori
And-
was saying IRL.
Tide was hoping to maybe get a gush.
Yeah, the 300 damage gush. Out of nowhere.
Has anybody ever won a pacifist game?
No. Yes, probably with Lycan or something. Cause there were games where people just GG'd out super early, right? So it's probably possible. Oh, nothing to say.
He's still okay.
Of course. That is so annoying.
What, that taunt?
What is that tornado thing? Like the taunt? Why is it like a whirlwind?
Why not?
I hate that TP sound.
Nothing to say. Throwing out some rockets again.
Yeah. Nothing unusual
Ooh,
there.
Monet.
Nah, no damage. Do they?
You say that, but
he-
Spirit Siphon and just needs one more Crypt Swarm. Spirit Siphon again. Ooh, got him. What were you saying?
They wouldn't have had the damage if we dodged it. That you gotta give me. You gotta give me that. You gotta give me
I
that.
will. I will. You got it. You're off the hook.
Thank you. I was like, no way. Oh, it's a bit spicy. Or it's a Tinker rotation bottom.
Yeah, and Ame's here. Not a lot of mana, but he's got
He has no
the
ult
help
too.
of the Soul Ring.
Yeah, he has no ult too. Gotta be careful. And CQ also TP'd in, but nothing to say. Said, nah, I don't feel comfortable there.
Yeah, TP'd in and then really didn't do anything. Popped the Soul Ring. Threw a stun.
That's because Arma didn't have ulti skill, I think. So he had like second thoughts. Oh my god, he still
It's
doesn't
still
have ulti.
dangerous. They know all three are here. Good avalanche to potentially save the life of Ame.
He has the mana burn creep too on Doom. So they know
That is such a pain.
that even if it's skilled, he won't have mana for it.
Well, late Soul Ring, maybe.
Need more than that. 180. Sorry, only gives 150. Alright, just mana burn it tiny. So obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, Tiny. They're converging on your location, and they will get the kill 5-1. XXS getting credit for that, and they'll get it. Well, they'll get the tier 1.
Yep, going straight into the Midas again on the Doom, as we see most of the time, not always. Wait, Tinker's game is pretty slow, but as I say that, Ori's game is even slower on the Lina.
Yeah, both mids kind of still getting off the ground.
Yeah, nothing like crazy. Oh yeah, so we spoke about the other day, remember skeletons? It's a very balanced mechanic. And they respawn too.
Yeah, I don't know why they respawn.
Yeah, they're so unneeded, right?
They'd still be strong without respawning.
Yeah, it's like, imagine if Lycan Wolves respawn.
That's just the shard ability.
They become undead werewolves.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just a little bit of a lead for LGD. Aster, is that more so padded because of the Doom? Are they really, like, you know,
No,
it's going
is,
from
right?
Midas, so it's not like net worth they're really putting into fighting.
It always is with the Doom though, right? Like, you just generate gold out of nothing. How much GPM is that? Like 200 something? Pretty ridiculous amount.
Radiant's middle tower is under
But yeah, I haven't really seen a tiny 4 in the longest time, so I'm interested to see what CQ can actually do with him. So far, not a whole lot, but maybe soon.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
And Monkey King is still so poor despite having like those 2 kills. Like,
Still
just really
not off the
imagine if we
course.
didn't have that. Like, he would be so far behind.
He'd probably be closer to under the Lina, right?
Or he would be way under the lead. Probably like 3.2k or so, maybe even less.
They were looking to get Wraith King. They're looking to make
Or just look at the rocket spam, it's
Ame
so
pay.
annoying.
Yeah, and just the vision advantage right now for LGD and those rockets coming out. It'll force them off the mid tier 1, and yeah, Glyph will happen, but hey, well, here are my skeletons. And,
Where did
they're
they
still
come
gonna
from?
Get the tower.
They came from the mid camp next to the outpost. They're so obnoxious.
They don't have brains. They just go to whatever.
Yeah. And they last for like a minute or so.
Interesting Inkswell, but Blazer's there to kill the creep and make sure the Inkswell doesn't pop on these heroes, potentially putting Faithbound in a bit of a sticky situation. We'll get the tier 1 over mid. Faithbound gets credit for that, and eventually he'll get those ghosts back and his life. So another tower taken by LGD. Pretty calm game from them overall. This isn't the high tempo aggression we saw, but it is high tempo in that, you know, they are taking towers and pressuring the map.
Yeah, the Doom is going to be absolutely massive soon though. Like, he's probably going to have his BKB in a couple of minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes. He's actually going for the blink first, yeah. so he wants to push up the pace more. Like they also know, like late game is gonna be so difficult against this Tinker. Like you don't want to go late game against this draft. Who's gonna catch him? Your Monkey King is the only one that can do it, but can he really do it? Because he actually needs to be in a fight and hit people.
Because if he's not putting out damage and Alina doesn't really have a lot, it may not really matter.
They have Ravage here. Gotta be careful. It just pops the ult, huh?
Yeah, right into a Ravage, and then out of the circle they go. Dawnbreaker comes in. This is why on the Tide, this isn't like a 3 Tide that you're going to really feel confident in killing after you get him. And they get the kill onto Siamese Cat. They'll look over. Crypt Swarm hits on a Monet as well as Ori. And these rockets start to come out. They'll run down Monet. They'll get themselves a triple kill on Ame. An easy fight from LGD, and they don't even get the Tide. So, like, yeah, you go for the Tide, you're trying to get a 5 out of the fight, but even if you do, that really doesn't salvage the fact that you got pretty much obliterated.
I don't know what it was about. Like, he just jumped on the Wraith King, popped his ult, no stun, follow-up at all or anything. And supports just get picked off one by one, and even your Monkey King ends up dying. Like, that was really, like, a massive misplay. It wasn't even like LGD did anything crazy, you know? They just walked into the Wraith King.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Wraith King, I'm gonna pop Wukong. You wanna walk out of it? Okay. Oh, that's a good one, though.
Yeah, that's a good combo. Potentially 2 kills here. They'll get 1, and they'll get the second. Ori gets 1, Monet gets the other. That's the combo they're looking for, and that's maybe a bit of an overstep from LGD to put them in a position like that.
Yeah. Luckily, it's only the 2 supports, but still a good pickoff. Like, the problem is that Doom also TP'd, so all of their resources are allocated at the top lane now. Like, no core is pushing out the bot lane, so it's a little bit inefficient. But, yeah, like, Doom is still actually not really far ahead, considering his item build. But he should be way more ahead.
Yeah, considering you've gotten Devour 4 and Midas.
Yeah.
You're only 300 gold ahead of Ame. It just shows what kind of game Ame's having at the moment, too. We'll go for this stack, they'll laser it low, and well, we'll see who gets the CS. Most likely they want to give it away to Ame.
Yeah, I think I got actually most of them, but Ame got the big ones, so like a 50-50 sort of deal.
Not bad.
You take the big one, I take the small ones, okay?
Deal. They also pinky promised. So, 3-man smoke coming out from Aster, broken
so
by
good.
Y, and again, yes, it's a Tide, but it's a 5 Tide, and it doesn't really feel as good as it normally does getting that kill there, and well, he does have Ravage now, but he's okay dying and opening up space for the rest of his team.
For sure. Perfect smoke break.
Whoa!
He gets tossed out of the
oh
tree.
My god! He didn't even land in the tree. That was awesome. He's still gonna die for it, but it was still awesome.
It looked cool. Style points.
Yeah.
Style points for sure.
He sent it right back like in volleyball.
Yeah. But now Tide is back, and you're not getting a tower. Rocket spam also.
And there's Ravage, so you need to be very careful about how you look to fight this. You do have Doom, but who do you throw it on? Who do you really want to place that Doom on? Do you want to take it out of onto the Tide? Do you want to take away the Ravage, or do you want to take away the Tinker from the fight? Because I think
if the Tinker gets caught, it's the best target if he gets caught, but it's so hard.
Then you still have a really farm Wraith King and a Ravage to deal with.
You do, but otherwise you have a really farmed Tinker and a really farmed Wraith King to deal with.
These are the facts.
And they're not looking good for Aster.
No.
Monkey
But
King is
not
really
awful. I don't think it's like a terrible game.
It's not terrible, but most of the net worth is on Doom.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest problem. Like, all their big right-click damage leaders are actually pretty underfarmed. In both the... Like, Lina being so poor is actually a big problem. You should not be behind the Tinker on net worth. No, no, no.
Monet top or bottom, trying to get to that BKB. Ags for the Tinker. Only 950 away from that.
Yeah. And Tinker really needs levels. Like, his level 18 is such a power spike. His level 12 too, of course. So it's quite common to just give him like the second book or the Tome of Knowledge, just so he gets to level 18 faster. It's just crazy how that hero scales with levels. Of course, every hero does, but especially Tinker. Of course, the rearm, like duration, or like what is it called? When it's like the cast time.
The channeling time.
The channeling time, yeah, gets reduced by a ton. But at the same time, you also can teleport on heroes. The teleport time is reduced by half a second. It's a massive upgrade. Like just 3 or 4 things get better. And Dawnbreaker is the pink top posturing.
Killing those creeps.
Yeah. The Skelly Bros. But they come back.
Well, they came back and they burned down again.
Which makes sense. Divine Fire is very useful. As we learn from all the RPGs we play every day.
Cleansing the world of skeletons.
Yeah.
Divine Fire, yeah. Wow, they're wrapping through these trees and kind of forcing Siamese Cat into an odd spot. And they've got the toss back out of the Wraith King. They'll have the Wraith Fire Blast. They'll get the kill. And they'll get the tier 2 tower in the top lane. And there's no way to stop this. And great play there from LGD. Sneaky.
Yeah, getting the tier 2 tower super early into the game. I would imagine the next Exorcism is going to go straight into Roche. They don't have the damage just yet.
And they just used Exorcism. Yeah, I got the 4th iteration.
No, it's like you really need level 2. Yeah, despite having the Deso, like it's not the fastest, because level 1 Exo is actually not that impactful. They do have Gush as well, though. So.
Do have the minus armor.
It's a little bit unsafe, though, and we know LGD likes to play it pretty safe.
There's the Ags for Tinker.
That is such a power spike for him. Get a bouncing laser. Or they are just going to... Oh, because of the Ags, of course. Yeah. But this Tinker is going to absolutely massacre them. And Roshan, too. He's so small.
Roche, he's getting tinier and tinier.
They're just giving away the Roche for free, actually. Despite them not having Exorcism. Well... They give it to Wraith King. I thought they were gonna give it to the Tinker for sure.
The laser just reminds me of, you ever see the movie Mars Attacks?
Of course.
Where they make the president really tiny? Or no, not the president, it's the general.
Yeah, but it's so creepy, that movie.
Yeah, well, I didn't know it was a comedy. I watched it when I was like 3.
Isn't it advertised as a kid's movie?
No.
It's not?
But you know who it was made by?
Who?
Tim Burton.
Who?
Guy who made Nightmare Before Christmas.
I don't think I watched that. Is that an American thing?
Nah, Tim Burton's pretty famous.
I'm not that good with movies, so yeah, probably.
You looking for Siamese
Cat?
Cat?
Jumping away. Can't
Not
get away from
be
that.
Far enough away. Oh gosh, right click coming through from Ame for 715.
I'm so happy LGD finally plays as Wraith King to show how broken it is.
Wraith King or the Tinker?
Or both.
Neff would argue with you and say it's the Tinker. But, I mean, it does feel like both.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the way this game is going, at least Monkey King and Lina are quite rich now. Like, they made up a lot of net worth. And Skeleton King, Wraith King, is not really... Here, that solo carries games, right? Like, you can get kited, especially in a late game. Once the Skadi comes out on the Monkey King, oh my god.
Forced to BKB, LSA, Laguna Blade, and, well, yeah, the first life. Can they get the second? They still have the Doom. They'll look for the Ink Swell. Ooh, all right. Getting him out of the fight. Now a 2-man Avalanche, though. Go to the Exorcism. They might want to fight into this. They get the kill on a Shinkyu. Now they need to think. How do they approach this fight? Popping the Exorcism, and, well, it doesn't look like they are going to approach the fight. At least not yet. They do have Ravage.
Yeah, a little over-ambitious from Sinkyu there, jumping in after the Wraith King was already running out, basically. Giving away his life. And Exorcism is a pretty big cooldown to expend.
He's got no ults. I don't know
careful,
why Ame is playing so far forward, because he is going to die here.
Has an Aegis, but just going to die again.
Aegis. Second life. The rest of his team is just nowhere close.
Oh no, they messed up all spells.
Boundless Strike still lands, but the rest of the team's coming in. They've got an Avalanche on a 3. Ame playing far forward and kind of gets saved by his team.
That is pretty silly that happens at this level. A lot of them use their spells at the 3-second mark, thinking it's just like a Wraith King old reincarnation. Oh! You gotta re-arm again and get out of here. Oh, he's dead.
Well, does not have the mana supply for that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Aster with a 1k lead. This really, and they do have a 1k lead. Obviously, they have Doom in the game. But it's... I mean, feeling-wise, it's kind of felt LGD's way a little bit. Although the last few minutes have definitely tilted the scales a little bit.
Yeah. And, I mean, as you can see, Doom is... He's so big. Actually insanely big. Like, if they killed that Wraith King there, that would be in firm control of the game right now.
100%.
That he got out of there is pretty inexcusable, to be honest, but trying to make up for it with a big team. Just as Tinker responds to it, could be a little bit risky.
Tidal can make something happen. Crypt Swarm hit Monet.
Oh, he's like, oof. Sweating up down the tree. Well,
They're going to go. Ravage comes out. It's on the back lines. They get the kill on a Bobica, and, well, now they look over at Monet. Puts their attention on to Faith Beyond. They get the kill on the Shinkyu as well as Faith Beyond. Ori looking for the LSA, but it won't land. Ame moving forward. Rockets coming out. Blink into this. They're going to buy back on this Tiny. They've got a Wukong's command down as well as the BKB coming out from Monet.
you get Doom and Tinker.
And now they've got the Doom on to Nothing to Say. He will be run down here by Monet. They'll keep up with Y. He four staffs onto the other side of them, but will still die in LGD. Not a good fight for him.
A pretty big disconnect again. Like, they ravage on the backline, but Wraith King jumps another target on a completely... on the opposite side of the fight. Like where's the golden communication we know from LGD?
Very disjointed.
Like Tiny and Wraith King together went on what they call the Dawnbreaker, I believe. Whereas they ravaged the Lina on the backline. So it's like very like where's the damage gonna come from?
Yeah, very split, and you know, trying to time it right with Nothing to Say coming back alive, but even then, like, that is just not the fight that maybe they had in their heads.
And they killed Tinker twice now in succession, so his game is slowed down a lot.
Down heavily.
Like, we spoke about how important level 18 on Tinker is, and
ooh, good goals. But still silence. Exorcism even committed for this.
he might still live.
And eventually they'll get this kill. They're coming with XXS as well as Monet, though. And here they come with a fierce voice and a fierce strike from both Monet as well as XXS to get the kill on a Faith Beyond.
What a damage!
And Ori right-clicks in from Ame, BKB, but one more before you go. And they will get the kill onto this Lina. Now they'll look over at Monet.
The damage
and
again!
The damage coming out from Ame is just too much for them to handle. Nothing to Say gets the kill on Monet.
Ow!
Oh, just half your life gone. Goodbye back? I don't think so. Bye-bye. Oh, man. Nothing to Say, and Ame all of a sudden turn on the jets.
Oh, the Wraith King bonk is so satisfying to see.
He took half the life of the Dawnbreaker in one strike.
Did you see the Lina? It took more than half. And it's a core. Just right in the forehead.
Casual 5,500 damage done in that fight.
The Wraith King level 15 talent, by the way, is insane. Like, look at the stun duration on that. 2.7 seconds. Basically Beastmaster raw.
They want Wraith King.
They get him once.
We're gonna come back
He has
to
no BKB.
live Dota. Ame, though, again.
Like,
my dust. My blink dust.
I'm really confused by this. Like, he tried to LSA him, where's the right play, and he also knows that, I'm sure. Like, you got a Dragon Slave right on top so he can't blink. And the LSA after. It's a little bit sloppy, because I feel like he should have had, there should have been a second death right there.
That's the second time.
Yeah, he's overcommitting a lot. But doesn't get punished for it yet, so he's probably gonna keep doing it. Ah, this is a strat from Aster. He's gonna keep overcommitting, and then minute 50 when he has no buyback, you're gonna be like, yeah, they can't, you know, hit the spells upon my respawn.
25 minutes away, sir.
Yes.
You're talking about minute. They have to hold out to minute 50 now.
It's called investment, my friend.
Yes, that is true. 2K lead though for Aster again. They are leading in the net worth, and yes, Doom net worth will always inflate it, but he's still now. It's, you know, it's not just a Midas. It's not just Devourer Midas. Like, you know, you got those items. You're packing up a little bit of
Extra
net
meat.
worth that actually is effective.
Very effective.
And then
Not as effective as a Wraith King, though.
No, but it's kind of opened up some space here for Monet and Ori, who have gotten themselves a decent amount of gold.
Sure, but the last couple of fights also gave Tinker his way back into the game as well. Like, once he has his Hex, this game is going to be very, very scary for Dire. Whoever gets hexed and Armor jumps on them. Can we talk about the level 15 Wraith King talent, by the way? Why does he have that? plus 0.7 second stun. Is that allowed?
Not that strong. It's not even a second walk.
Oh, true. It's only 2.7 seconds stun. Out of nowhere.
Four-man smoke coming out from Aster.
Shiva's up
They've
as well.
got Ags on Grimstroke.
Yeah, against the Wraith King, not bad. But not that great. Oh,
Blade,
XSS!
Wraithfire Blast, Dawnbreaker with the ult. They've got the Soulbind on, and two, they're looking to get the kill here on Ame with the BKB being popped by XSS. They'll take the first life out of the hands of the Wraith King and look over at Shinkyu. They'll take him out, so no Tiny, but the laser hits 3, and XSS
Good
trying to get up to them,
Ravage.
and the Ravage comes out on a 4. They're going to look over at XSS. They've got
the
Doom
Tinker!
onto the Tinker, so nothing to say. Well, he's been shut up and shut down. Why? Nothing to say. He goes down. So does Ame. Even with a big Ravage like that, it's not enough for LGD to win the fight in Aster. They turn this one around, and yeah, that's right, XXS. They gambled, they lost, and now, well, Faith Beyond trying to get out of this, and Monet trying to keep up, but he won't be able to do so just yet. They've got the scan. Faith Beyond, he's out.
Little late. Yeah, tiny bit late. Why are you saying what I'm saying?
Get out of my head.
But yeah, like, did you see the Tinker? It was just stuck on the high ground there. Got doomed up. I don't even know how they had vision. I think somebody dropped the sentry ward up there, which gave them the vision of the Tinker. Absolute MVP move right there. Because if the Tinker is just up there, spams his lasers and rockets, Aster's going to get crushed in that fight.
Yeah. Well, he hit that first 3-man laser, and then he got doomed right after.
Yeah, but the laser, do you see how much damage it dealt? Like, when it, everything gone.
Yeah.
Half HP gone.
Everybody got Tiny.
Tiny air.
I'm scared. I'm really scared. Grimstroke, I didn't see the Dark Portrait get used, but there's a lot going on in that fight.
Yeah, just on the Rave King.
Yeah, try to
dealing a
catch
lot
that
of damage.
again next time. Here we go. I'm going to look at it once again.
Yeah, look at the Tinker. How he gets stuck on the high ground. It's really a big
Rockets.
question, like, how did he get stuck there? So he's there right now.
And the Dark Portrait was actually on the Tiny.
On the Tiny. No, on both, because of Soulbind.
Oh, right.
He blinked up, instantly gets doomed. Oh, because he lasered, they got vision of him. Yeah, a little misplay from Nothing to Say, because he cannot get doomed. He's the biggest damage source right now.
Over mid. Ame. He's going to run his way out.
Yeah. Suddenly 5k lead, almost refresher on Doom. Double Doom, I mean, just Doom the Wraith King twice, I guess. Why not?
Yeah, Refresher, very balanced item right now.
Yeah. 150 seconds cooldown is exactly how it should be.
I think it just needs the Aeon Disc treatment.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Like, I don't think it shuts it down completely. It's still good the first couple uses. For the most part, you're really only using it once or twice. Because it's kind of later in the game that you're picking it up.
Well, you say that. Razor picks it up like second item.
Yeah, so then, you know, it kind of nerfs heroes that do that by making it later not be as effective.
Yeah.
I think it's fine with the Aeon Disc treatment.
I wouldn't mind it at all.
It's like the first smart thing I've ever said.
It's very smart. Yeah, it just has a rarity.
6k lead for Aster. They're up by quite a bit, and honestly, you're taking a series off of LGD. We've talked about it before. Taking a series off the league favorite is always big.
Yeah, and you gotta be careful when you're LGD. You don't want to be in those tiebreakers again.
No, do not.
I just going Roche. They just smoked the Roche, but they got unsmoked. No. Thank you. Oh yes or no? What?
No. Yes? No?
He just wanted to give him one more crit. Like, screw you, Roshan.
I'll be back. MKB finished off for Ori. Ags
that
now
one
for
is
the
massive.
Dawnbreaker.
That 60% evasion in a Dawnbreaker ult is absolutely massive. And the heal also. Ridiculous amounts. Team fights has got a whole lot harder. There's also Refresher on Doom with Spider Legs, so hiding is not that easy for the Tinker.
No. There we go, using that Midas.
But not to Devour. Inefficient. Use it now. There's a recruit right there. Eat it. Okay. Alright. You're the boss.
Things kind of quieting down. Like we've talked about, it's not like the biggest bloodbath this game, but It certainly has been starting to go off a little bit.
What do you think about... Well, I'll talk about it later. Big smoke.
XXS looking for the blink in. He's got the refresher. Double Doom could be an initiation
find?
tactic. And
oh, they didn't go.
Goes the other way towards the creeper.
That was lucky for LGD. Armor could have died twice there easily. What do you think if Doom Shard made him able to eat heroes for like 2 seconds or so? I think it would be funny.
He becomes another Rubik. He just gets the steal hero ability.
No, he just eats you. Kind of like Pudge, but offensive.
I guess.
And then you blink away and you're like... It sounds so broken. Never mind. Never mind. It's okay. I said never mind.
Well, it wasn't your best idea.
It's so broken.
Smoke, ooh. Did they just catch vision of Monet right there?
Smoke, ooh.
Smoke, ooh. And they're going to go for Bobica instead. They'll look over. Monet's got the BKB as well as the Wukongs. Bobica's going to die immediately. Buy back. They'll look over onto the back lines. They're going to use the Doom here.
He's broken a Monkey
onto the
King.
Tide, and they look over at Monet. Monet's kind of been left to his own accord, and they get the kill onto the Monkey King. They did use that Doom onto the Tide, but Tide, he's not going to outlive it. They use that Dark Portrait. That'll copy the Tide, and now Nothing to Say needs to leave. Just getting that blink off the Phantom's Embrace. Now he's silenced on the other side of the fight. They get the kill on Faith Beyond. They've taken out Y. They've taken out Faith Beyond, but Y has buyback and Y has Ravage. We'll see why he bought back.
Wow. But Aster know that too, so why is buyback? Might be all for naught. So why did he buy back?
Now our Ping and Roche, potentially just to try and deter Aster.
What does that mean though?
Deter, also known as to stop or to
Discourage.
Discourage, yeah, that's a good one.
Alright, it's going into pit. Just going to the pit. The pit is, Roshan is slow though for them, no?
Yeah, not enough of a deterrent, I guess.
They do have Lina with MKB, which is quite a bit of damage, so I guess they like alright. Okay, they're gonna concede it.
This is why they bought back.
Yeah, they're gonna concede it though.
Or are they? He's starting to come forward. The timing on it. Does he have it? No. He was starting to walk over. It looked like he was leaning that way. They'll go to the Ravage. It only hits onto the Grimstroke. The BKB is going to be popped by Ori, and now they're going to go after his XXS. Infernal Blade hits on Y. Rockets coming through. They might be trying to find themselves Nothing to Say. Right clicks in. They've broken Bobica. Shinkyu going forward, but the Soulbind Laguna Blade onto both. Right clicks in here from Ori. Will take out the Tiny. Nothing to Say on the high ground once again.
Oh, Nothing to Say!
Low ground. He's all the way over by XXS. They're looking at the Wraith King, who's in the Wukong still. Siamese Cat trying to find Nothing to Say. Hammer up onto the high ground, but Nothing to Say low on mana. Needs to be careful, TPing back to base. They took the first life out of the hands of Ame. They got the kill onto the Tiny, and they lose the Grimstroke, but they still have an Aegis in the hands of Monet.
Man, the balls are Nothing to Say. He blinked next to the Doom.
Yeah.
and then he blinked next to the Lina, and it still blinks out again.
Hey, hi.
I wonder if he actually, like, because Doom wasn't a low ground with spider legs, maybe he didn't like see him. Because that blink was really, yeah, like that's not something you see every day. Are you the Doom? Do you have Doom? Yeah? Let me just blink here real quick.
Let me test this theory.
Oh, you had it. You hands up, mate.
I'm okay.
He's going for A on this now next on the Doom. Makes sense. Spread the Doom. Silver Edge. I guess it was good damage out of it. But yeah, you can see Tinker's becoming a big problem now.
Yeah, but he's still able to be dealt with.
For now. Well, always, really. If they get a Doom on him, he's always gonna be like, wah.
Yeah, his stocks go down. Oh. Exorcism,
Monet's in deep.
Faith Beyond, he's in far. BKB's gonna be popped by Monet. He'll go to the Wukongs. This is gonna be over up towards the steps, and Faith Beyond's able to walk out of it, but they're blinking forward. They've got Ame going through. They've got
A lot of
the lasers, nothing to
damage.
say. He's on the high ground, nobody coming his way, but finally a Yules comes out from Ori, trying to line up the stun. He's got it. Defense Matrix status resistance isn't going to be enough. Ravage is out, and they get the kill
Nice
on Ori.
Ravage.
Why? Finally with the Ravage, it turns the
He's just
team
TP
fight.
out.
They're going to go
Oh.
after XXS. They were looking for the TP out, but nothing to say. He's going to drop here to Siamese Cat.
Instant buyback.
Siamese Cat running away. Exorcism still doing a lot of damage to get the kill to the Dawnbreaker. Another look over at Bobica. He's silenced. He's killed. Lasered in half. Not really like James Bond, because James Bond doesn't get cut in half by those lasers he is taunted with. Bobica, in fact, did die to it, though. Now they'll go to the high ground right off that fight. They've got all 5 heroes here for LGD.
Beautiful Ravage too. Will they be able to defend it? It's very scary. Doom has buyback. Like if they can get a catch on a Tinker, it would be massive for them. But nothing to say is not a guy to just get caught out that easily. It's concede side. I think it's the best you can do probably at this.
Can't go through mid, and they still have a tier 2.
Only can go top.
They can take the tier 2, and that's about it.
Yeah, should be pretty fast too since they have death. So yeah, they shouldn't get much more though.
Dire's middle tower has
I
fallen.
think. Nah. They're gonna be.
Bobica loses his courier in the gem. Level 25
Ori.
here for Ame.
overstaying
Lotus
again.
Orb. Ame, good
He's
at
out.
play.
He's out.
Yeah, he just gets out of the circle. Normally in elimination, if you're sumo wrestling, but
no buyback, no
low.
buyback, no buyback.
BKB. Ooh, gosh, he's getting really low, just trying to hobble his way out of this one. And Ame again, low life, just taking this tier 3 tower.
Wow, he gets
For
clapped
more
by
and more they
himself.
go. Yeah, the Dark Portrait proving
But
to
they
be
caught
the
him.
enemy in this one, and now they've got the stun. They'll use the Doom, the toss back by Jinkyu. That'll bring them all the way over to Faith Beyond. The Soulbine's going to reconnect. They've got themselves the E-Blade. The
He's dead.
Doom looks like it's enough damage, and the Boundless Strike with the help of XXS, they'll get the kill. XXS now focusing his attention onto the Death Prophet. Goes up into the air. Faith Beyond, not much he can throw the way of Aster. And well, silence on a 3 is not going to save his life. He'll be silenced for 80 seconds while he's dead.
You know, there was one of those Ame first season moments, not Ame at TI moments.
Staying too long.
Yeah, like he did it all the time in the first season. They get punished for it every time. Like, he stood there with 50 health. Why?
Just to get clapped by his Dark
Like,
Portrait.
I would understand if there's like 1 or 2 dead people on Aster, but they're all alive, and he just walks up the hill, and yeah, it just kind of forces his team into a really bad team fight.
Yeah,
Good job on Aster though. Like the Grimstroke killing him there like that. I mean, didn't take a whole lot. He had 50 health, but Doom jumping right on top with the Shiva's guard, so he can't blink out. Dooms him straight after, and Wraith King is a good counter to Doom, but
and then sticks
Only
with
when he
him
ults up.
even after he gets tossed away from the fight.
it's because he has no boots on Wraith King. It's like, I understand why you don't have boots, but why are you sticking around?
You can have one or the other, not both. Wow, the net worth.
Look at this.
200 gold, 100 gold.
Radiant's
Even?
tower has
What?
fallen.
And now an Aster lead.
Yeah, but are you ever really leading against a Tinker is the question.
Also, it says it's a 500 net worth lead there, but 1,000 over there.
I'm confused.
Math
Maybe they're rounding up.
Math doesn't check out.
Maybe they're rounding up. Or it's like not updated right away.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Who knows? Gaben. Here's a Lincoln's on Tinker. Wow. It's something you don't see all day. Every day. All
Seems
day.
to, like super defensive. Lincoln's now BKB.
Yeah. And if you put both on one hero, it's really hard to see the Lincolns. Like the defense matrix and the Lincolns.
Lotus Orb is actually pretty clutch there. They got it on the Ame, and then it zapped back the Laguna Blade. But it wasn't enough. It was clutch, but not game-saving.
Not
At
clutch
least
enough.
Right there, yeah.
I see a Wraith King head. You see that too?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You just got to double tap the screen.
Oh, and then it
know.
like zooms in and gets all the stats?
Yeah.
Ah.
Sentry.
Did you know that
Some
meme
servers.
spider picture where it looks like a spider on the screen?
Yes.
I got trolled by it so many times, especially when I was younger.
You're the kind of person who fell for the crack screen screenshot.
No, that wasn't me. You're the kind of guy that fell for the horror game The Labyrinth thing?
Oh, the maze one?
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother got me with that. I cried.
Not surprising, very scary. I did it to my brother too. A big smoke for an outpost.
At least just an outpost for now.
Yeah, not bad.
47 seconds till Roche is up potentially, so
I say 90 seconds.
you say 90 seconds after this 40 seconds or 90
Yeah.
seconds including this 40
After
seconds?
the 40 seconds.
Okay.
How about you?
I think it's going to be 20 seconds. It's going to be a short one.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay. Okay.
They're posturing to control the pit. They have buyback available on Tide and Wraith King.
Is under attack.
Not enough gold on Shinkyu or Faithion.
Soon.
And nothing to say doesn't have his for 2.5 minutes. Doesn't have the gold regardless.
I
Now
think it's really
five-man smoke
important.
from Aster.
Like, if they want to be really safe, they're just going to wait for the buyback on Tinker. But they're not.
2 minutes, 50 seconds on Roche. They're going to look for Faith Beyond. Monet's right on him. LSA comes in. They've got the Laguna Blade as well. The damage coming out on Faith Beyond. There's the E-Blade to try and save him. It's not going to be enough. So now Tiny in a little bit of trouble. They've got the Refresher after the Doom. He's blinking forward, looking for nothing to say, but he's on the low ground who popped the Aeon Disc. They look for the damage. They've got the Inferno Blade, but here comes Ame. Ame with the Wraithfire Blast, forcing out the BKB from XXS. And
Tiny's burning.
Tiny will die.
Yeah.
Never
Died
able
to
to
the
survive. Yeah. His fate was doomed. They're on an exact timer, though, the Death Prophet and the Tiny.
Not quite exact, but close.
Semantics.
What means semantics?
I don't
Milliseconds until seconds. 400 plus 5 Tide is actually so farmed, almost has a refresher.
That's wild.
Once he has that, he's going to be a big threat, like actually Doom-worthy.
Yeah. Well, they doomed him in one of the fights, and then...
And then they
obviously
lost
right-
that fight.
Yeah.
So they stopped dooming him.
Obviously, right here, they doomed the Tiny. Roche not for another minute and 40. It was a long one.
Yeah. I'm technically right because it was closer.
Yeah. Price is right rules.
Yeah. 1 minute to buyback for Tinker. I have a hard time seeing how Aster wins the fight when Tinker has buyback, to be honest.
Or he's going to have his buyback as well. Gosh.
Next
Upgrade
fight's
that
going to be a big
blink.
one. How many buybacks we're going to see next team fight? I say
At least 3.
5.
Because there's 3 available. I'll give you at least 3.
Wow. Playing very risky today, sir.
Yeah, my hyper analysis. Level 25, now 26 for the Tinker.
Timeless Relic on the Tinker as well.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, at least he can't get much bigger on the Wraith King. It's good news for Aster.
Well, you say that. There's still an Ag's Blessing or an Ag's to get at some point.
And still a Rapier instead of the Armlet.
Yeah. He could replace that.
Oh,
Tessa if
Monet,
he
you gotta be
wants to.
careful here. It's not a place to be caught out at this point. He
Just
doesn't
farming,
know.
playing greedy,
What is
BKB
fast?
early, Inkswell now trying to turn this around. They've got the balance strike as well as the Soulbind on it too. There's the Wukong's and the damage coming out here onto Ame. Faith Beyond forced out of the circle. They're gonna go after Ame. He's popped the BKB, he's trying to run. They've got the Ravage coming in on a 3. Nothing to say over to the side. He gets the Andis out of the hands of XXS. But now, why? It's not gonna be enough just to have that Ravage. They get the kill there on a Faith Beyond, taking him out for 90. You've got all 5 heroes available on the side of Aster still, but no ults. Roche, that's the prize. It's just respawned. No buyback on Faith Beyond, and even if he has no exorcism,
I think he has a Hex, right?
no.
No, he doesn't. How did he get Hex previously? Does somebody have a Hex? Somebody got Hex before.
Pigbull?
No, there was a core that got Hexed. Was it actually Pigpole? I'm so confused. Must have been. I saw no Hex on the Tinker. Well, they really need one because he needs some instant initiation. I thought he had it all along after the team fight, but he doesn't have it. He's just going straight into Roche pit though.
I think your eyes are lying to you.
There was someone Hexed.
Roche,
No, he was not Hexed.
let's see. He's becoming tinier and tinier.
Who does that axe go to? Wraith King? Keep everybody alive for a while?
What? Sure.
It's pretty good. And ages to him as well again. Okay. I'll take it, he says.
Replacing the Deso with the Aegis.
What's more value, Armlet or Deso?
Armlet. Just gonna take a wild guess.
Illusion.
Okay. I'm not gonna tell you what the answer is, but good guess.
I think that means I got it right, guys. So back to even.
Even Steven.
Great show. They've got the cheese on untied.
My Tinker has no hex,
Yeah.
but he has a Lincoln's and a BKB.
Yeah.
You want to think about that.
Hyper defensive is not what you like.
It's not what I like.
Though the refresher's still being built here for Y.
Yeah. I can blink up on Doom. Putting that refresher on like 112 seconds cooldown or so. Pretty minuscule.
Bring back in nothing to say. He'll bring blink to that high ground.
He went for
What about the
overwhelming
secret
blink
shot?
actually. So he's not going for hex at all, huh? Until like
It could be
super late.
next, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but it's really late.
Let's see if he cues the hex up. Doom, Refresher, Shiva's Arcane Blink, BKB with the Shard.
Yeah.
It feels pretty strong.
It does. I mean, he's a very big problem. And now the thing is that Tinker is actually not that big of a deal because he doesn't have the hex, so you don't necessarily need to worry about him too much. Because you are very survivable on the Monkey and on the Lina.
Right.
And really, not having a hex on his hero at this time is very interesting that he chose to not go for it. They
It
have a
showed how
nullifier
quickly
now.
they could kill the Wraith King, too.
Yeah, for sure. And then he's stuck like in the Wukongs.
Especially the level 25.
Yeah, I mean, at least he has 3 lives, but I know how much that's gonna help if you're in the Wukongs. Probably not that much.
We'll see how much the Axon Wraith King even does.
I mean, that one is really strong, but yeah.
I almost would have said
That's
give it to like Y or something like that.
I mean, potential could have worked as well, but you have this double Ravage, so even if he gets doomed on Y, he's always gonna get the double Ravage off now. Which is pretty strong. He doesn't even have the mana for it, does he? No, he doesn't. He's missing like 200 mana, he's no Soul Ring. Well, at least Refresher gives a very good mana region, but he's gonna have to wait for a good 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, or has it if he said it was to buy back or something like that.
Yeah.
4-man smoke. Taking the outpost. It looks so easy for LGD to walk high ground before, too. And they have kind of been cut down to size by Aster.
Yeah. The team fight where they overstayed a little bit, very costly.
Yeah, that was the beginning of like this turn. So Ame getting caught with a dark portrait and then jumped.
Wind Waker now on Death Prophet. Interesting. They do have a Witchbane. Is it called Witchbane? Yeah, it is, right? On the Monkey King, so they can dispel it.
AC picked up for the Wraith King.
Doesn't he have a Nullifier too on Monkey King? I'm pretty sure he does. Yep. So that Wind Waker is 8k down the garbage disposal.
That hurts. That feels real bad.
Yeah. It's interesting too that like a much cheaper item just counters it so badly, right?
You think Wind Waker's too expensive?
Yeah, but I mean it's also pretty
Strong.
what it does, yeah. Especially on here like DP, like repositioning yourself by being invulnerable. Is it invulnerable or invulnerable? Or either way works.
I'll go with either way works.
Okay.
Radiant
Almost
are standing.
40,000 net worth here for Ame. 51 minutes into the game. This is usually the trend with Aster LGD games.
Yeah, so what neutral items are we gonna see?
I never want to get too ahead of myself. Every time I say there's going to be 60-minute items, I jinx it.
I haven't really ever seen the new ones in a pro game. The Arcanist armor, it's pretty fun one, like the AoE blade mail.
This might be that game.
It might be, or it might not. We just get force boots and Book of Shadows. That's always there, and the undead book, Book of the Dead. It's always the first one to drop.
It's always.
You want the most fun ones, you always get the dumb book.
Let me get Mirror Shield or Ex Machina.
The Mirror Shield is actually so game breaking against Doom.
Book of Shadows.
Yeah, Book of Shadows. Why does Ex Machina give so much armor, by the way? And a free refresh. On like a 30 seconds cooldown.
Can I get a good tier 5? No, son, we have a good tier 5 at home. Book of Shadows. Great, thanks.
The best one. Honestly, I think people just don't know how to use it because you rarely have the chance to ever use it, so no one is familiar with it. But it can be pretty game breaking. Like you just banish them out of the game like an ODE Astral, basically.
Dato is picked up here from Monet. They've all smoked up, looking for their opportunity, and it's a dire scan that lands.
Dire's top tower is under
Oh, Björn, you're a very big part of the Radiant success. You gotta be careful.
Ori's bot, though, and Dawnbreaker's top, cleaning up.
Where are you?
In the studio. XXS blinking and dooming. Now looking to get this kill. Infernal Blade trying to strum some chords there. Now
He
the
didn't
Ravage
refresh
comes
BKB.
out, and now the BKBs come through. They've got the Doom once again as that's been refreshed. On the other side of the fight, though, they'll look for the Grimstroke. They'll take him out. He'll buy back. So did the Tiny as well as the Tide. Wind Waker falling back. Siamese Cat in some trouble. They've got themselves the Circle of the Wukong's command, but it's not enough
Monet's
to
low.
get nothing to say. Monet is sitting really low up in the trees, looking for a balance strike to stop them from chasing. Now the Dark Portrait once again, but eventually that Dark Portrait will be erased with Photoshop.
He got Monet!
Oh, nothing to say, caught him! He's got buyback, and he's going to be forced to use it. They look over at the Grimstroke, who just bought back. Bobica on the run. Right click's coming in from Ori. Faith Beyond being slowed quite a lot. He's got the defense matrix on him. And now, ooh, Tiny jumping in. They've got the toss on XXS.
Hey, no BKB, no BKB, no BKB.
And now he's trying to run. Another laser comes out. Monet just bought back, and he's going to drop down for 2 minutes. Nothing to say gets the kill. They look over. Zombie's going to move forward with the Wraithfire Blast.
Ori!
Ori and the right clicks cut right through him. They'll buy back. They'll lose side.
No
He's
way.
back. XXS trying to hold his ground, trying to right click in, but they've got that axe on the Wraith King, so that'll keep alive this Tinker to
Tinker's
get a
up on
kill on XXS as he finally goes down and buys back. Ori, as well as XXS, trying to hold it all together. They've got the Lotus Orb, but here comes the laser, as well as the rockets. Ori in trouble. Inkswell on the 2 with the BKB being popped by nothing to say. And eventually, Ori, can he hold it together? It's XXS gone, and it's looking like this game is gone as there's a rampage for nothing to say.
All right.
The tips come out for Tinker, and they will call PSG.LGD. Will take this series 2-1 on the back of a rampage there from nothing to say. Neff in shambles.
It is so difficult fighting into that double Ravage, man. Like, it didn't even hit a lot of heroes, but just the disturbance it caused. And then Aster just trickled in buybacks one by one. It was a Grimstroke. 10 seconds later, it's the Monkey King.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The seeds of fortune.
Where's my vision?
is under attack.
Unstoppable. My wings.
Allies disappear.
Dire are scanning.
Double damage!
More than I thought he would on this Monkey King.
And it's off.
I was meant to have this.
Players here.
Blessings. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
The afterlife. My wings beat where your heart is beating.
Yeah, I get it. God.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Catacombs.
Sanaba.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Mystery treasures.
Dire are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's turret has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Oh, that's...
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant victory.